Welcome to the event of the year. I'm so sorry for the delay of the stream, but welcome to the event of the year, the Sebinhoo Invitational. Here we have Aryan Tari and Jordan Van Forest battling it out. But before we take a look at the game, I just want to show you the pairings here. Alan against David Larino, Jordan against Aryan, Johan Sebastian against Sam Shanklin, Axel Bachmann against Bartel. So I've been trying to desperately be cutting and stuff like that. So we have, and I'll try to keep up with every single game. But there is something that there is gonna happen. Something is going to happen in every single game. So I'm gonna try to narrow it down for you as soon as possible. We have an intense game here. Aryan, he does not have the queen, but in return he has two pieces and a lot of pawns. I have no idea what's happening. A very, very exciting game. So I think we will take a look at this game here. We will stay at this game. I'll also try to read the different chats, but I am a little bit delayed here. My apologies for that. And what is happening here? C2 attacking the queen. I'm not sure what Jordan Van Forest is going to do. The time control is 5+3. 5+3, so it gets 3 additional seconds per move, which is quite a lot. You are not going to get flagged, which means that playing well is the crucial part in this tournament. You have to play well. You can't play garbage. You have to play well. So while we take a look at that, I'm just going to try to get some more stuff behind the scenes done here. Just a second. I need to write down every dude so you guys can see the name. That's just the way it is, you know, to work behind the scenes here. And alright, so there we go. I'm just gonna do this and we're gonna remove that. Alright, but now I have to take a look at the game. Night before, I'm not sure what's happening here. The pawn on c2 is extremely dangerous and Jordan needs to find a way to deal with that. The computer, on the other hand, thinks that it's completely winning for Aryan, and I guess it is, but it's not that easy. Grande Sebinhoo, oh beautiful Anthony, even more beautiful person. Thank you so much for the nice comments in the chat here. There is a link to the games that I will send right here in the Twitch chat. And there we go. Here is the link. The Tournament of the Year, everyone. The Tournament of the Year, Sebinhoo Invitational here with Rook E1 from Jordan Van Forest. Bishop F7 from Aryan. Perhaps that was not the best move. I've seen that the computer did not like it very much. I also need to make sure we get Shanklin here. I'm gonna add his name here as well. Really apologize that I have to do all of this work behind the scenes. I was a little bit slow. I just that the time went by so quickly and all of a sudden there was no time left and boom. It was over. So I'm just gonna add the next guys that we will see in a second here. I'll add those as well. But for now, we're just gonna keep an eye out on this game, which has turned. What happened here? What happened? Rook. It seems like Rook takes E1 and Knight takes A2. It was a horrible blunder from Aryan. He blundered Queen B3, and now Jordan Van Forest has turned things around, and things are looking very good for Jordan Van Forest now. And Aryan, with a completely winning position, is now losing against Jordan, and I'm sure he realizes that himself. Things have gotten harder now for Aryan, who did beat Jordan in the qualification for the tour, which for some reason I can't remember what was called. But anyway, things are still quite complicated, but I suppose Jordan will probably find a way to win this, which means that we will move on to the next game. I'll try to get Johan Sebastian on here. There we go. Johan Sebastian is there, and let me see if I can also find Shanklin. I'm pretty sure I think. Actually, he is the only one that I don't have the camera of. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna add him now. Just a second. So now you will see a huge Zoom link here with all of the players. That is the way I roll. absolutely technological genius. But his game is finished. He's not sitting on his chair. So that is alright. I'll move on to the next game then. I'll work with rapid speed. I guess we'll just continue looking at this game of Jordan against Ariane. Alright. Seb, what's good? It's going great. It's going great. A little bit panicking here, but it seems like Sam Shankland has defeated Johan Sebastian Christensen, and Axel Bachmann has defeated Mateus Bartel, and Alan Pichot has defeated David Larinho Nieto. So here we are with Ariane against Jordan Van Forest. The game is still going. Ariane is only 2 seconds, 1 second left. Out of time. I don't think he is out of time. He is looking awfully concentrated. What's happening? Why are there no moves? Where's the moves? Where are the moves? I'm not sure. They completely disappeared. It seems like the game has stopped. Is the game over? Or what's happening? I just gotta pay attention to the chat here.
We will start the second round in about 5, well, actually 9 minutes.
I have no idea what's happening. No clue, but they are stuck. You know what that means? While they are stuck, I'm just gonna be writing down some more names, so I got everything ready. I have no clue what's going on. Absolutely no clue. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep at it. Been adding the remaining names that I do not have here. I think I'm missing a few more. I think I'm missing... Who am I missing? I think I'm missing Larinho. He is the only one that I'm missing. Or one of the few. Let me just write him down as well. There we go. And then I'll remove him for now. Ariane's camera went a little buggy there. It seems like good old Zoom is making his return. Let me see. Even finding these cameras is rough. Can't say that I miss being the technological genius that I am. There's so much stuff happening. There's so much stuff going on. The brackets, it looks like this. It is kind of a very strong tournament. So if you're not going to look at the pairings, it looks like this. This is the entire bracket. And they will play 8 rounds, and it's going to be extremely exciting. Alright, so it seems like Jordan won the game, and they are waiting for the next game. So Jordan won, and which game is the most exciting one? It seems like Sam Shankland against Axel Bachmann is going to be a good one. So let's keep eye out for that one. They're still, it's going very, very fast, very quickly. So I'll just gotta, keep an eye out on that. So we're gonna be adding the good old Shankland here. Of course, Zoom likes to mess around with me. And I think, so it's Shankland, and then we have Bachmann. Let me see if I can find him as well. There we go. Oh, he is here. There he is. He is hiding. Magnus even shows up. What's happening? This is just crazy. But there we go. I have Shankland right here, and then I will move Ariane there, and then we will have Bachmann on the screen in a second right here. Okay, I can move Shankland over here. That also works. I'll just add Axel right now. There we go. He is there, deeply concentrated, but their game have not started yet. Wow, this is Such a mess. Such a crazy mess. I honestly, that's the thing with online tournaments. That's the thing I don't like. So it's a very strong field. It's a very strong field indeed, because you know it's the Sebinhoo Invitational. So of course we need to have a strong field. That's just the way. That's just how it should be. For some reason I once again managed to remove the camera. There we go. And Sam Shanklin is ready, so I have his name here as well. There we go. His name is there, and then I gotta remove Jordan. Ooh, such a technological genius. There we go. Finally was able to solve it. All right, so we're waiting on for the game to start. I could have some time to relax. So now I can explain the tournament. The format: everybody plays against everybody, and the format is 5+3. Maybe it's not the Sebinhoo format, but the field is right where it should be. You know, it's the most important event of the year. It is the Sebinhoo Invitational, where a lot of stuff can happen. All are very strong grandmasters, and it's gonna be a blast. So we're just waiting here and patiently with the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am apparently missing two names here that I gotta write down, so I can easier switch between the windows. It is just since things are happening so quickly, it is just bloody confusing for a technological genius like myself, which is why I'm spending some time on this. Let me. There we go. So we have Alan's name here as well, which will be removed, of course. Putting that out there. There we go. This is super cool. Thank you. I'm glad you are enjoying it. I certainly am enjoying it as well. Have I gotten hate speech already on YouTube? No. Seems like people are enjoying it. You need an editor. I know. You are. Here we go. Also, this looks like my grandma hosting a chess tournament. Yeah, there we go. That's just the way it is, you know. I am new to this stuff. I'm a first-time organizer of this tournament. So we're waiting for the round to start. Let me just check. The round starts at 6. It starts in 2 minutes, which means that I have time to write down the last name as well, which I think is... I have no clue who that is. Doesn't matter. So once again, Zoom is messed up. That's the annoying thing about Zoom. Just that whenever it just easily changes, it's really annoying. Apologies for that. There we go. The YouTube guys are savage. They're savage in the comment section. But they're just not as savage as me. Alright. Best of luck to you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, we're waiting now patiently for the next round to start. Everything is looking good. I finally gotten control of the Zoom madness. David Larinho is the only guy we will not be seeing on camera because he is streaming. So that's just the way that is. It looks pretty good. So let me just get the round 2 pairings for you guys right now. So I'm just gonna get that for you right now. There we go. Round 2 looks like this. Larinho against Bartel, Sam Shanklin against Batman, Tari against Christiansen. That's gonna be a really interesting game. And Pichot against Jordan Van Forest. Stay tuned for that, and it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be really epic. Alright, so let me just get that going here. There we go. I've gotten the results. I can show you that as well in case you're wondering of how they are looking. Is my mic on? Or is it OBS that's like completely messing with me? I'm just curious. But the game has started. Can anyone confirm that the sound is on? That would be pretty bad if somehow it is not on. We can hear you. Great. Okay, that's good. It's OBS then. All right. So here are the pairings. I'm gonna make a scene with the results as well, which I should have done earlier, but anyway. And the lights are out. Wonderful. So let me just get that. There we go. Here are the results from the previous round, and we won't take a look at that. We will take a look at the game. I'll be back in a second. And we're out. We're off. So we have an interesting game here. E4, G6, D4, Bishop G7. So Axel is playing his modern setup. Very interesting line. I guess he just wants to make things a little bit complicated, you know, play for victory. Sam Shankland is arguably the favorite here. He's very high rated, so we should expect that he has the highest chances of winning. He also beat Johann Sebastian with the black pieces in the previous game. So he is the favorite, and he is doing fairly well too. He has made a course on minor lines on chessable, so I'm sure he is well prepared right here. Good day to you, State Def, as well. So yeah, there we go. And this is looking pretty great. Pretty great. H6 from Bachmann. I guess he wants to play F5 at some point. Not sure if he's gonna do it now, but probably quite soon. So H3 is kind of typical move. F5, there we go. Shank is nearly 2700. That is very correct. We have to keep an eye out on this game. It is the most exciting game because Axel also won the previous game, and of course I'm gonna take a look at the other games to make sure I'm not missing some very exciting stuff. So it seems like this is the most exciting game. Although Larinho obviously always plays very exciting chess. Again, the time control is 5+3, so they do have a lot of time. They should be spending some time to think when they are playing, because you know it's 5+3, so it matters actually quite a bit that how you play. Normally, you can hope that you can flag and it doesn't really matter. Here, it does matter significantly because especially on the internet, 5+3 is a lot of time. Sebinhoo, where is the magic stick to the match the hat? It's not here yet. I don't have it. Sam Shankland is the most high rated. That is correct. We have Juan in the chat as well. Welcome. Hello to Lola and James and Darmish as well in the YouTube chat. Welcome. G5 from Axel is going all in. He wants to play G4 at some point, kick away this knight and start pushing these kingside pawns. It's going to be very exciting. I'm not sure what Sam Shankland is going to do here. He's definitely deep in attack. Let's take a look at him. Yes, he is extremely concentrated right there. It kind of almost looks worried, in my opinion, but that's just my extremely unbiased opinion. I guess he is just focused, and rightfully so, because there's a lot to think about here. There's a lot to think about. You have to consider, what should I do now? Should I take on F5? You don't really want to do that because you want to keep the center, and you want black to take on E4 instead. So maybe something like Bishop C4 isn't a dumb idea here. And if, for example, black plays Knight D7, we could even play E5 if ideas like this. You know, it's pretty crazy, but everything is on the table here. There are a lot of different ideas, and I'm sure Sam Shankland is thinking about all of the different options he has in this game. So while he is waiting, we should take a look at Arjan against Johann Sebastian Christiansen. So let me just put on Arjan's cam right here. Let me join Sebastian's cam, and then we will put on Arjan's cam. Of course, we have Zoom messing with me. That is going to be a common theme, that Zoom really is messing with me. Kind of annoying. My sincere apologies for Zoom. Should I boycott the program? Alright, let me just get Johann Sebastian. He is here as well. There we go. Just gotta... Where's Shanklin? There he is. Alright. So Johann Sebastian also very concentrated. And this position is quite complicated indeed. I'm not sure what's going on here. I also noticed that I have to switch out the letters as well. So much micro action. So Johann Sebastian, we'll put him there. There we go. And then we will also get Axel. No, I will get Arjan here as well. There we go. So let me just get rid of that. Here we are. I guess we'll focus on these two games. The micro action is too much for me to handle. I'm spending more time looking at the hat than the game position, and that's the way it should be. The hat is the entire point of this tournament. It is even in the thumbnail. The Sebinhoo Invitational. I mean, the hat has to be included. Don't you all agree? I think all of you agree. So, things are happening in this game at a rapid speed. I'm not sure what's going on. I really am not sure here. This is kind of a crazy opening from Johann Sebastian. Is playing the Janish Gambit, and they were repeating there, but it seems like Arjan is doing better. Look at Johann Sebastian, awful development. I think that Arjan has decent chances there, and things are happening at a rapid speed, so I gotta make sure I have the board updated. Things are happening here. Things are happening. Bishop takes g5, bishop g6. That's an insanely good move with queen h5 coming next, and it seems like it is going to be too much for Johann Sebastian Christiansen to handle. It's forced to take the bishop, because if he does not take, he is going to be checkmated, and it seems like this is going to be a... That's the nail in the coffin for Johann Sebastian Christiansen, and unfortunately for him, the game is resignable. It's a very beautiful tactic by Arjan. His development is just too bad, and he will have to make a comeback. He is known for being the man that comes back. He always does, but unfortunately, after bishop g6, it is horribly lost for the black player, so he can resign. Bishop rook f7 is also going to be met by queen h5, and you cannot avoid mate. That's the problem. It's a good suggestion though, but it doesn't help. Queen h5, queen h7, queen h8, and it's mate, and it's not possible to avoid. So you have to... oh, there's knight f8 after that. I didn't even see that. But... well, I mean, then I'll just take the rook, I guess. But yeah, you're right. You saw the defense, I did not. I just didn't think of this move. But I mean, you have knight c7, and there's so many things that win. So I guess you avoid the mate, but you do not avoid the defeat, which is the thing that matters here. So Johann Sebastian is deep in the tank, but the game is over. The game is completely over, so we might as well go back to the Shanklin game as well, where things are also happening at a rapid speed. So let's take a look at that. And while I go and get Axel Bachmann back here, gonna get Axel back right there. There we go, and we will get Shanklin back as well. There we are. Gonna remove the writing of Johann Sebastian. There we are. There we are. And I also gotta remove Arjan. My head is spinning, guys. I'm getting dizzy. Yeah, it's Magnus. I mean, I have to have Magnus as well. I mean, I was hoping he would play, but you know, it was too much to ask for. The man is too busy. So Johann Sebastian has sacrificed his queen. So we'll take a look at what has happened here. What happens is last time, Sam Shanklin, he actually went for bishop takes and bishop d3, rook a3, knight e4, and knight takes d6. Things are happening here at a rapid speed as well. Sam Shanklin has sacrificed an exchange, and things are tricky. Things are very, very tricky. I would say black is doing better than white. I mean, he has a very powerful pieces, and I do not believe I do not believe that that he has enough material for the exchange. Orientar reminds me of Christian Bale in The American Psycho. That's an interesting comparison. At least the game was good, was very good. I think he will win, but you never know what's gonna happen. So we'll see what happens here. Pichot and Jordan Van Forest is just a mess. We can see what's going on here. Well, we will keep the face cameras of Arjan of Axel and Sam Shanklin, because otherwise my head will go crazy. So things are, I'm not sure what's happening in this game. Let's go back to Sam Shanklin, where they have made some more moves. Traded queens. I guess that benefits white, I'd say. Although he has Rook C8 attacking the bishop, which means that he does not lose material. Yeah, he takes that there, so he can take on d4 next, and he wins a pawn, essentially. And he has a lot of compensation. He has 3 pawns, but is it enough for equality? The computer says no. But what does Sam Shanklin say? I guess he doesn't care too much about the computer's evaluation. The only thing that matters is that you have some practical chances, because it is a blitz and one does not have time to think. Johann Sebastian resigned against Arjan. He just simply got his position was simply too passive, unfortunately for him. Rough start for the Norwegian blitz talent, but he is a man that comes back, and I'm sure he will be able to do so now as well. So this is more and more looking like a draw, because d7 comes and d8 looks very drawish to me. So apparently we should go back to we should then go to Alan and Jordan. Let's see what's going on here. Well, we keep the face cams of Sam. Otherwise, again, I'll go crazy. Pretty beautiful, beautiful setup, but I'm not messing around with the Zoom, if I may say so myself. So I think this is better for white, but better for white. The black's pawn up. But then I'd say it's equal. The pawn and the black's pawns are very weak, so it's looking very equal. Maybe Jordan will be able to create something with his passed pawn. I am not sure. Let's see what's going on in David Larino against Bartel. And David Larino has a completely winning position with only 20 seconds left against 9 seconds for Mateusz Bartel. Can David Larino take his first victory here? Can he does it? Can he do it? Can he do it? A lot of memes in the YouTube chat as always. The YouTube chat is a meme in itself. And there is, as far as I can tell, no activity on the Chess24 chat, which is rare, but you know what they say. There is activity after all. It's just me. Hi Seb, hi all, great idea. Thank you, Dutch Defender. Hello to Sanjoy as well. And thank you for the nice comments, Sanjoy. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast here. And David Larino is completely winning against Mateusz Bartel with a piece up. So the underdog, David Larino, I think he is by far the lowest rated out of the bunch, is going to take his first victory of the day, which means that David Larino is a force to be reckoned with. Do not mess with him. He doesn't have anything to lose. L4, he shows up. He always shows up. So I have, of course, decided to fund this tournament myself, as it is the Sebinhoo Invitational. The prize fund is $200,000, of course, in the pot. So there's a lot at stake here in the Sebinhoo Invitational. Of course there is, because it is the Sebinhoo Invitational. So kind of having good prices is just the way it's gotta be. All right. I can't put the camera for full because he's streaming. He's not in the Zoom call. I wish I could, but I cannot. He is streaming. Didn't expect anything less. And hello to all of you. Jordan, I'm not sure how is he doing. We will take a look at that. Sam Shanklin. This is a very complicated game. What's happening here? Oh, this is gonna end in a draw. Yeah, black will win the pawn on g4, and then white will queen this pawn, and it's a draw. Nice. So that's gonna end in a draw. I can also show the flags. Didn't even know that. That is incredible. Show the flags. Alright. So this is gonna end in a draw. Thank you, Ollie, for that. What's happening in this game? David Larinho, have you managed to mess up the position? No, according to the computer, but according to Sebinhoo, you have not played as accurately as you should have here. Things are looking more complicated with only 9 seconds left for David Larinho, our favorite from Spain. So we might as well get Bartel here on the screen. That is, of course, Zoom messing around with me. Gonna have to do my sincere apologies for that. Let me just adjust that. 1 second. Where did Bartel go? It seems like he has moved and switched position entirely here. So that is very, very nice and typical. So we'll get Alan here instead. Or actually, has he left? His camera is no longer on, apparently. And a draw is agreed in Sam Shankland's game. So we will have Alan Pichot here instead. It seems like David Larinho has won on time. And rightfully so. The position is won. I honestly thought it wasn't that easy, but apparently he has won. And Jordan and Alan Pichot, I'm not sure what's going on here either. The time is up for white, but is the game over? Is the game over according to Chess24? I'm gonna take a look. Seems like David Larinho's game just stopped out of nowhere, but he has a completely winning position and he has taken his first victory, so congratulations to him. While in the Jordan game, Jordan is winning according to the Chess24 live broadcast, but unfortunately the position has freezed on my screen. I'll ask the technicians in the chat there, but David Larinho, he won, and Jordan Van Forest is winning as well, which means that I will soon be getting. You funded 200k for it alone? I was joking. I was hoping that people would understand that it was a joke.
Next game is going to be in 7 minutes.
But yeah, the next round, when does that start? I think all of the games are over. Jordan has 2 out of 2, so Jordan is in the winning seat, which means that we have to take a look at Jordan in the next game. We will take a look at him. Gonna get Shanklin here, and where is the writing of Jordan? There we go. Jordan, right there. People are leaving soon, very much to my dismay. I'm not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of it. But what can you do about it? What can you do? So we're gonna. Here is Jordan in all his glory. There we go. Doing well with 2 out of 2 for the net. He has been a bit lucky in both of the games, especially in the game against Ariane. But that is the way the game of chess is. Let me take a look at the next round. Let's see who's playing in the next round. And also, let's see when it starts. The next round starts at 18:25. So we have 5 minutes to ponder about the happenings of the event so far. It had to be a joke. Yeah, it was. Let's see. Elite level tournament. That is the way it is, of course. All right, so let's take a look. So Jordan is going to be up against David Larinho. So we will take a look at that game, of course. Unfortunately, I do not have David Larinho's face cam here, so I'll just have a face cam of somebody else. So let's get the pairings here, so you guys can see it. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. We have the pairings of round 3. And it's Jordan Van Forest against David Larinho, Johann Sebastian Christensen, who badly needs a victory, against Alan Pichot, Axel Bachmann against Arjan Tari, and Mateusz Bartel against Sam Shanklin. So things are heating up here. Axel is also doing well, so we'll take a look at his game against Arjan, and probably also Sam Shanklin against Bartel. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. I'll try to pay attention to as many games as possible But you know, things are happening at an insane speed. It's hard to keep pace. It really is. It is hard to keep pace, but I'm doing my best here in the studio with all the mess, with all of Zoom and everything. So I also gotta remove the names here. Let me see. So Larinho is right there, and then let's just get, I guess I don't have to say what I'm doing and then just do it. Guess that's better, but you know how it is. So we'll remove the camera of Bartel right now, and then we will get, I'd say we will, who should we get? I guess we should get Sam on, because he is doing, he is also doing well in the lead. Or is it a sole lead by Jordan? I've actually lost count. But there we go, Sam Shanklin. We have the results coming in right now. The editors are working really, really hard behind the scenes, guys. I mean, it's Sebinhoo's Invitational, so it's obvious that it's got to be top notch. I'm not sure what's going on with Zoom. People are leaving left and right, much to my dismay, may I say. But it is what it is. What can you do about it? So where is Jordan? Jordan. Oof, I'm getting a headache. It's crazy. Even Nakamura is showing up. What's happening? I do not know. Alright, so this is Jordan, I think. But let me just get that. There we go. Here we are. There he is. Okay, nice. We have to pay attention to this game. It's going to be a blast. And Nakamura, he's popping up when you least expect it, isn't he? He is a man of unique character. He just shows up without having an invite. So we have a new emote as well, of course. That is the way it is. Just gotta pay attention to everything. The chat. Läser du comments här eller? Yes, I do. Yeah, we understand. Good, thank you. Thank you for all the understanding in the chat. And let's take a look at the results of round 2. Thank you so much for that, dear Vanessa, who's responsible for that. Appreciate it. So that was the results of round 1. Let's now take a look. Oops. Now it's OBS playing with me, and there's a lot of things happening. So here is the pairings of here is the results of round 2. So we can see. Oh, this is the standings. Not the result, but the standings. Jordan Van Four is in the lead with 2 out of 2. Sam Shanklin, Axel Bachmann with 1.5 out of 2, and Alan Aryan with and Larinho with 1 out of 2, and Matthias Bartel and Johan Sebastian Christiansen, who have lost. So there are 2 games. Only this man speaking. Why? It's Sebinhoo Invitational. That's why. Alright. Thank you for that. Thank you to all of the people in the chat. Hey, just stop messing around with the videos. All about the comment. Comments are good. Thank you. Video streams are not that important. Thank you for that, Eagle. I'll keep it in mind, but you know it's the Sebinhoo Invitational, so we'd like to keep it as perfect as we possibly can. Alright, so we are waiting for Jordan against Larinho. It's going to be a very important game, and also, can Jordan extend his lead to 3 out of 10? Well, stay tuned while I grab some water.
Okay, you can start the game.
So we are ready. We are just waiting for Jordan and Larinho to start. But keep an eye out on the results. Keep an eye keep an eye out. Several people with 1.5 can the players see this chat? I don't think they can, or maybe they are sharing their screen. So we will see. So you can comment moves and stuff if you want. There is nothing to worry about, and they have started. What is happening? Jordan Van Forest is playing h4 in the second move in the Caro-Kann. What is going on? Is that a novelty? What is this? This is some crazy transposition I've never seen before. h4 in the second move there. That is something new, I tell you. Jordan is going in for the killer against Ladino. Ladino plays c5, he takes on d4, queen b6 is threatening on d4, maybe knight f3, but then bishop g4 could come. You do not necessarily want to do that. We have a crazy game also in Alon and Johann Sebastian. Johann Sebastian and Bartel both badly need to win in this game. So Bartel against Sam Shanklin, of course. Alright, so I have no clue what's happening here after queen b6. Seems like Jordan, he is very concentrated. So is Sam Shanklin. We will take a look at his game in a second. It seems like people prefer my comments over me messing around with sims. I will not mess around with the names and stuff until the games are over. I guess that is the way we will do it, since you guys are saying that. Let me just move my mouse here. There we go. Right. Next time you can call me. I want to do live commentary. That's hilarious. Alright. So let's see if Dutch defender's favorite, Jordan, obviously is from the Netherlands, so it makes sense that Jordan is his favorite. We see the beautiful Netherlands, the beautiful flag of the Netherlands here, right next to Jordan's name. But Ladino Nieto is Spanish. Of course, I have my Spanish amigos here, same with Norwegian amigos. And my American amigo as well from the United States of America. I can't even remember which state Sam Shanklin is from, which is kind of crazy. I should know that. That is stuff you just should know, like where Sam Shanklin is from. Like everybody should know that, but and I'm not sure where he was born. Oh, he's born in Cali. Right, now I know. Who's Larino? That's David Larino. He is black against against Jordan here, but he is streaming on his Twitch channel. Which is why there is no face of him. Yeah, California it is. Alright, so Sam Shanklin is concentrated. I have no clue what's happening here. And a3 looks like a logical move though, because he wants to play b4 sometime, maybe even knight a4 as well. It's also at the same time possible to now play bishop e3, because sometimes queen takes b2 does not work because of knight a4. However, black controls a c2 square, so he has the c2 square available for his queen. But you get the point. A lot of arrows there now. Alright, so he plays h6 instead. He wants to just give this square for his bishop, and maybe, knowing Ladino, he always plays g5, so he will do that probably as well. Oh, he's streaming on someone else's channel. No, he's streaming on his own channel, I think. Yeah, not true. Nitrato Chess is his chat. This is a name. Alright, so b4 from Jordan Van Forest. Didn't I call it? Yes, I did. Seems like I'm not completely clueless, which is nice to see. So knight e7 is another logical move. Maybe knight a4 and knight c5. Not sure. Bishop e3 is another logical move. You don't have to play knight a4 immediately. You can wait with that. So he plays bishop e3. Perhaps even f3 g4 at some point at h5. You never know what Jordan has in store. Bishop h7 from David Larino. Maybe he wants to play knight f5. So knight a4 finally is on the board. They're playing awfully fast with 3 minutes on the clock. But you know, they can't think for too long because they have... Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oof. They have 3 seconds increment. 3 seconds increment. So Arjan and Bachmann is going to be... is a complicated English opening. We will get to that too, both of those. Axel Bachmann, he has 1.5 and Arjan has 1, so another game we should take a look at as well. Johann Sebastian's game is just absolutely crazy. Let's just take a look at that for a second. Seems like he has sacrificed a piece for initiative, and this is just going to be wild. So let's stay tuned for this. Well, Axel Bachmann and Arjan is probably very double-edged, and both of them have a pretty alright position. Arjan is probably better off because he is doing better on time. But you know, 3 seconds increments, so it's very hard to get flagged. But of course, the time control could make you play some inaccurate moves, which is why Aryan probably, at least practically, has the better chances here due to Axel already having under 2 minutes. Alright, so let's go back to Larinho Jordan, because Jordan is the sole leader, so we have to watch him. We have to. Lots of friends, Seb, absolutely. It's the Sebinhoo Invitational after all. Alright, so bishop f4. What will David Larinho do here? What will he do? Queen d8. Let me also... Alright. He's from Northern California, in particular accent. Nice. Right. I don't know the Californian accent, but the state is massive, so I assume that there are a lot of different accents and the different places. Alright. So this is a complicated game. I don't think Larinho is doing too poorly here. It's a complicated game, and that is what Larinho wants. He wants tactics, and maybe he's aiming for bishop g5 as well here in the future. So knight c5 is a good move. Knight c5 is a good move. Alright. So I'm just gonna... There we go. So knight c5, attacking b7. David Larinho needs to do something about it, or is the man going to castle and sacrifice the pawn? He castles and sacrifices the pawn. I know Larinho like my own hand. I know him very well. I mean, there's a reason I invited him to this tournament. I know him. I know his style. I know his ideas. And it makes sense for him to sacrifice the pawn, but Jordan refuses to take it. And he has played rook h3, which is pretty mind-blowing if you ask me. I don't even see the point of that. I actually have no idea what he wants to do with that. Maybe he wants to play rook c3 in some future. Perhaps even rook g3, but not so easy to do that right now. Maybe g4 eventually. If I was David here, I would play f6, try to open up the position. Maybe not take on c5 first, because he was attacking e6. Now he plays f6. David Larinho is playing awfully well here against Jordan Van Forest. Is the underdog going to win yet another game and have 2 out of 3 points and be in the lead? That would be kind of crazy, shocking if you ask me. And it definitely could be the case here, because David Larinho is a tricky man, and that is the players obviously they have to beat him, because he is the underdog, and I guess he is easy to underestimate, but you should not underestimate him. He is scary with a lot, and a very, very tricky player. So yeah, things are happening, stuff is going on, and I'll show you the results and the standings at the very end when every single game is over. Now let's see what's going on. I'm trying to pay attention to the other games. It seems like a lot of stuff is happening has happened in the Aryan game too. Queen b6, attacking the rook and the pawn on b5. I'm not sure what Jordan is going to do, but David Larinho, was that a good idea to play a5? It's a crazy move. But things are happening. The computer is going up and down like an elevator, and I'm not sure what's going on. I really am not. Because if I play knight e7, is Jordan's point that he wants to play g4? Is that his point? Is this knight atrapado, as we say in Spanish? Is it trapped? Or is the game very much alive? He should probably go for d4 so he can play knight d5 in some future. Play the d4 when you have the chance, David. If not, you are going to be struggling. And he does it. He plays d4 because David, he does not miss tactics. He does not miss the tactics. d4 is coming, knight d5 is coming, and I'm also paying attention to the other games. I think Johann Sebastian is not doing too shabby in the game against Alan, but it's a very complicated mess where anything could happen. And we'll take a look at that when the time comes. This game is just too exciting. It will determine the fate. Okay, it will not determine the fate of the tournament, but if Jordan wins again, he is doing very well. But of course, there will be 5 more games where you could potentially lose every single game. So let's see what's happening. So Queen D8 from Axel here. Let me just see quickly what's happening. Axel is doing well according to the computer. We just see it here. But I don't think it's that easy. Although the computer is saying that the advantage just keeps increasing, which is pretty mind-blowing. Oh, he's down an exchange. Well, it looks good for Axel then. I have no idea what has happened. Let's take a quick look. It seems like they have traded a lot. And Arian potentially sacked exchange, but it seems like it wasn't a good sack. It just doesn't have enough compensation. Rook F2 is a good move. He wants to protect this pawn eventually, and also protect all sort of nonsense here. I think that is a very good practical move. And things are happening at a rapid speed in the Jordan game. And D4, knight H4, and knight D5. This is a mess. This is a mess where Queen D8 protecting the knight is the only move in the position, which I think David he will not find it. He played there, but after Bishop G2, he is winning after Rook D3. He's winning. After Rook C3, David Larinho is winning. Jordan Van Forest missed his chance. He missed his chance. He did not take the pawn in D4. I'm almost losing my hat here. Here I'm sitting in my chair. He missed it. He completely missed it. He's in trouble right now. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? But David, he does not take with the pawn, which would have given him an advantage of -6. He would have had a completely winning position. He takes with the knight and blunders the pawn. And now Jordan is winning once again. Holy crapola. Okay, he cannot take. He needs to take here, otherwise it's completely lost. That's obvious. I'm not sure why he's thinking about that. Yeah, he takes there. Can you take the knight? The computer says yes, you can, but you shouldn't do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop commentating on this game. It is too complicated, and I have no words. It's easy for me to sit here on my high horse and say, you should have done this, you should have done that. Well, I wouldn't have found anything. Myself, probably. So this is a very complicated position. The computer says it's dead equal here. And now it is completely winning for David Larinho. The natural move of Bishop E4 was a blunder from Jordan Van Forest, and his king is now awfully exposed. What happens if you take? If you take, what happens then? Well, if you take, Rook C1 comes, and maybe Queen B2. And then Rook E1. That's looking very bad, yeah. It seems like that was a bad blunder from Jordan, and now he is going to lose the game, most likely. A better move would have been to play Bishop F4, protecting this square, and it wouldn't have been that easy for black. But David Larinho, with his tricky play, is going to take down Jordan Van Forest, which means that the victory for this tournament is in anybody's hands. And now we have to take a look at the game of Johann Sebastian Christensen against Alan Pichot. But unfortunately, Johann Sebastian is having a rough time here. It seems like the position is very unfortunately lost for white. And Arian against Axel Bachmann is also completely winning for Axel Bachmann too. So Axel Bachmann and Larinho and Jordan Axel Bachmann will take the lead. So let's get Axel Bachmann here instead of Shanklin. While we have Shanklin, we might as well see how his game is looking. And it's also very complicated against Bartel. I cannot Bartel what is happening in this position, that's for sure. But it seems like this pawn is running down the board, and it's very difficult to stop. Also, he has a lot of pawns, so G5, G4, G3 is going to happen very quickly. It's very difficult to prevent. So let's say you take the bishop, I take back and play Rook A1. And then I'll take this pawn, and you can't really stop this pawn either. Bartel lost on time, but he also lost on position. So it is over anyway. Sam Shanklin and Axel Bachmann are the ones that are doing well, but very closely is David Larinho with 2 out of 3. Incredible. That's all I have to say. Incredible. So Arian against Axel here. I'm gonna get those on the board in a second. Let me get Axel here. There we go. We're gonna get Axel right on the table, and we will get rid of that. Jordan, there we go. Axel, and might as well have Larinho's name. No point of having Larinho's name if I'm not gonna show his face. What was my thought process behind that? I don't even know. I don't even know, but whatever. Let's get... Who should we get on? We should get Shanklin on. There we go. Sam Shanklin. Axel Bachmann are the ones that are in the lead. They both have 2.5. They have played a draw against each other. A lot of stuff can still happen. I'm sure I'm going to get the pairings in a second here. So Axel, he is playing well. It seems like this time control is just way better for him than the usual time control. Which is understandable, because the man, he thinks a lot. Alright. So I am patiently and excitingly waiting for the next game to start. And when does it start? It starts at 18:50. So this is great. This is great stuff. 18:50 is when it begins. I'm waiting for Vanessa to send me the results. And how are you guys liking the tournament so far? Yeah, give me... Oh yeah, give me a hot mess and a blonde frenzy any day over an arm wrestle, says Sanjoy. And and indeed, I couldn't have agreed more. That was a crazy game. It was mind-blowing. We have to go back and analyze it. You know, we have to go back and analyze the game. So, yeah, it was just complete mess. So, every game is over. Did Johann Sebastian win on time? No way. I can't imagine that he no, he didn't. No, wait. That was the wrong round. No, he didn't. He lost, unfortunately. So every single game is over. And let's just move on to round 4 and see who is playing against each other then. Things are heating up in the top. And we have Sam Shanklin now is up against David Larinho. The big surprise, if I may say so myself. So let's just have Bachmann and Sam Shanklin on the page here, due to they are the ones doing well. We will take a look at the pairings right now. Just give me a very short second here so I can add that. There we go. Around there we go. Here we have the results. And now Axel and Sam are in the lead with 2.5 out of 3. Jordan and Alan and Larinho have 2 out of 3, while we have Arjan with 1 out of 3, and Bartel and Johann Sebastian are both having a rough time with 0 out of 3. So stay tuned for more action. It is probably going to be between Bachmann and Larinho, between Bachmann, Shanklin, and Forrest Pichot and Larinho. I'm basically saying every participant in a tournament. Arjan, he has 1 point. You never know, things can happen. There are 5 rounds to go, and if you win like 4 games, you probably will be in the top seed. But if why are you not streaming on the Chess24 account? I am streaming on the Chess24 account. I'm streaming on both accounts. So don't account me for not streaming on the Chess24 account. I mean, I don't want to be accountable for that, because I am streaming on the Chess24 account. Like, I take it to the bank. bad jokes, but all right. So we're waiting now until a little bit. Thanks for the nice comment, Richine, appreciate it. So we're waiting now until the next round starts, which is in 6 minutes, 18:50. So a nice rest for the players. Seems like Sam is taking a swig of the water or whatever, shaking hands with the president perhaps. Whatever it takes to feel good before the next round begins. And I'll just have a glass of water. And Axel as well, 2.5 out of 3, pretty impressive. But there are always 5 more games. 5 more games that you can lose. You can always lose. You can always end up messing up. You can destroy your entire tournament. That is the danger of chess. It doesn't help to start well. You have to play well continuously. And that is not easy. And it's going to be tight. I'm very happy that it's so close. It really is very, very close, and anything could happen. So stay tuned. Wasn't there a Larry Christensen from the US? That's true. He's a player as well. He's the other Christensen, but this Christensen is better than the other Christensen. He is 26-13 or something. I don't think Larry was that strong, but what do I know? Johann Sebastian is also the second of Jordan. I should mention that. I guess that's pretty well known at this point. And Jordan will play Vike and Z, or Tata Steel. So we'll probably see Johann Sebastian aiming Jordan in that tournament. I should also point out that Johann Sebastian has made a course on the Alapin Sicilian, on Chessable that is, called the High Pressure Alapin Sicilian, which you should also check out. So yeah, now we're waiting for the next round to start. 4 minutes more to go. Who do you guys think will win? Who do you think is the favorite so far? Who has impressed you? Honestly, I must admit that David Larino, he has surprised me. He did beat Jordan with blacks pretty impressive, because he is very tricky. Sam Shanklin is going to be a tough opponent, but it's a bit unpleasant to play against Larino's very bizarre and complicated and weird openings. And maybe that will make Sam spend time and potentially error. We'll have to wait and see. Anything can happen. With Alan and Axel, I think that is going to be a very interesting game. They're obviously great friends. Played each other numerous times, due to both being one of the best players in the Latin America. And I can already spoil that I will have the winner of the tournament on the show. So stay tuned for that. The winner of the tournament is going to have a chat with Sebinhoo himself, the main host of the tournament. That's going to be epic. But we are a few hours away from that. Just throwing in as much water as possible. I had a steak, so it's not like I'm low on energy. My energy is higher than ever. It is. But I felt better. I can also point out that the average of this tournament is 26-14, and the one that destroys that average is David Larino with 24-61. He's better than that, but he plays so many weird openings that he just ends up losing against lower rated players, because he just wants to have fun when he's playing chess. He doesn't play like solid or whatever. So that's why his rating is that low. And that, of course, makes the average decrease by quite a bit, but still 26-14 is quite decent for just a random tournament online. Of course, it's not a random tournament. It is the Sebinhoo Invitational, the most important event of the history of the internet. I'll tell you that. It's going to go down in history as the most exciting and intense chess event ever. And good on you, Sam. Enjoy that chocolate. You need it until you're going to be playing David Larino. Tough opponent. And I think people are tagging me here. Doesn't seem like it's that important. Yeah. Alright, so Ajelena said that there is 1 minute to go. I knew that, of course. But she's telling that to the players so they do not mess up. So we're going to get Sam Shanklin here, and we're going to be getting Axel right now. Because these are the two players that are in the lead, so naturally we will focus on their games. Nakamura, you will not play today. Maybe another time, maybe you will play in the next Sebinhoo Invitational, but you never know, it might happen sooner or later. But okay, it will not happen right now, because we have a very important game we are waiting to see if David Larino will be able to take down the very strong Sam Shankle. But okay, I mean, you have knight f3, b3 here, maybe bishop b2, put bishop in long diagonal, anything can happen. But of course, d3, it's not the main move, but David is just developing, almost playing like he's black in this position, and of course knight d2 is logical move. Perhaps prepare e4 in the future, maybe also play g3 and bishop g2, and I think this is quite natural as well. Maybe prepare e4, maybe c4 eventually too, and okay, it's solid for white, and of course very solid for black, but I think David likes to avoid theory, because I mean, if he gets into complicated theory against Sam Shankland, I think he will not stand a chance, because Sam Shankland is updated, he knows everything, so playing b3 and knight f3 is probably a good idea. Okay, e4, take the pawn, no, a5, natural move, often met with a3, because you could play b4 after a4, and okay, it's, you know, it's just a normal and not the most exciting position, but things will probably heat up later, so okay. Let me just take a look. But okay. We gotta wait and see. Alright, I'll stop messing around. But you know, I'm just having fun. It's the Sebinhoo Invitational, obviously. We're just here to have fun and enjoy. That is what Sebinhoo is all about. Enjoying the life and having fun, while also a little touch of seriousness. So that's what we're aiming for. And I hope that we have delivered the content you will never see and find anywhere else. Alright, so yeah, nothing is happening, but David Larino is pushing h4 as he does. He always does this at some point. h4 is gonna push g4, but when will he do that? Maybe bishop h3 and then g4, g5. This is Larino at his prime, and there we go. I'm telling you, I know the man. I know the man like my hand. He is one of my better Spanish friends. I've known him for quite a few years. My good friend, and that's the reason why he was invited. He just adds a nice touch to the tournament, and he's a scary player. But let's take a look at Pichot and Bachmann. We noticed that the ladies have been traded here, so it's not the most exciting game. It seems like Alan is a little bit scared of the setup here. So it takes on c5 and on d8. That's a little bit coward, Alan. Can you tell us a little about that hat? There isn't really that much to say, apart from the fact that people they thought that I was a detective when I commentated or analyzed some games on the Chess 24.5 channel. In those videos, I also had a coat on, so I kind of looked like I was from the 19th century. And I will make sure I look like that as well in the future, but unfortunately the coat is left at home. But the coat will return, and so will the hat, don't you worry. I kind of like that style, you know. Coat, top hat. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. That's the good old days. That's the good old days. Yep. Definitely large dose of Kramnik. Pretty funny. I suspect it's the same, I suspect it's the same hat Peter was rocking for a while that he bought for his son. And indeed, I agree on that assessment, my good old friend. I hope you're doing well. I had a pleasure playing against you in Hamburg, and I'm sure that you will come back and maybe challenge me once more. I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, I want to see your face again, because we had a blast when we had a couple of pints in Hamburg. We gotta make sure we do that soon. I'll let you know. Alright, so what's happening in this game? I have no idea, but 94 is looking awfully good for Axel Bachmann. What is happening? He's threatening on c3 and on f2, so he's winning a pawn, and probably is doing very well. So if Axel wins with black against Alan Pichot, he is up and running, dude. He is up and running. You never know what's happening. So it's gonna be great. It is going to be very, very great. And knight e4, I do not like your white's position. You have to play bishop e3 and then knight takes c3. Knight d4 now is coming. Yeah, this is garbage. Knight takes a2 as well. So maybe knight rook d2, but bishop g4 or even b6, bishop a6, knight a5. And this is garbage for white. What have you done now then? What have you done? Seems like e5 here was a bad move. And they have actually played this line. I mean, I'm the... apparently I can just predict what's happening in every single game. That makes me feel good about myself. So bishop f5 is a natural move. Knight b1 even could happen. Yeah, it's a move. Kind of an annoying move to deal with. At least it exists. Of course, probably not the best, but one important point is that this fails to knight e4. Important to keep in mind. So you cannot do that. King b2, maybe, perhaps, that is the best. And then you get rid of this knight, and then maybe something like this, and then take here. It doesn't look too bad. So he does that as well. I mean, I'm predicting the entire game. Okay, king b2 is the only move that is played. Yeah, he could go knight e4 probably is a better move, because he protects the pawn and attacks the rook at the same time. So maybe that is the way to go. We move back to Sam Shanklin and David Larinho. David is going all in. He has pushed his pawns, but where is the attack? How do you continue? Rook h1. He just wants to push g4, g5. But easier said than done, my friend. Easier said than done. And you're playing against Sam, which is a great, great player. And it's not going to be easy to break down the Samuel wall. But maybe you will succeed. Maybe. Here, you're going to give away this pawn. I guess you don't care. Sam definitely will take that. He does. He takes it. He takes it. c4 from Larinho. He wants to get rid of the knight so he can push g4, g5. It might not be such a bad idea. I'm not mocking you. I'm just having fun. It's just that I would like to. I need a monocle for the Brit and a cup of tea or a glass of wine, perhaps. But of course, I hope that we meet again soon. But meanwhile, keep up the great work with the new play zone. Best of luck with that. So takes. What is even happening? He's sacrificing a piece. Is it working? The computer says it's not working. But 95? 95, King G4? 95, caballo e5, David Larinho, caballo e5. Caballo e5, tío. Caballo e5. It's by far the most logical move in the position. The only move, too. What else are you going to do? You have Queen G4. I guess he's afraid of knight. He does. Caballo e5, David Larinho. Comer. ¿Qué pasa? No sé. It's happening. It is really happening. A really complicated position. And the point is here, you can sometimes even play f4 and you have Queen G. It's really, really scary for black. I would be very scared. Taking a look at Samuel's face, he is looking quite scared as well. Is David going to pull it off again? Rook d4, is he going to play f4? He is going to play f4, knowing him. He could even take on f7. Knight takes f7, does that work? Knight takes, king takes. You take on e6. It's a mess, and David, his time is running. His time is running here. What to do in this position? What to do? Is he going to play f4? Is he going to take on f7? What? He plays queen h5, also a very logical move. Computer can say what he wants, but this is a tricky position. And now David has officially reached the winning position. He does it again. If he moves his rook simply or takes on h6, he's going to be doing very well against Sam Shanklin. It's crazy. He has even sacrificed a rook. This rook can be taken at any time. But David, he takes on f7 instead because he has seen that he has bishop takes e6. But was that the best move, David? Was that the best move? I'm not sure whether or not that was the best move, but it might be. It might be, because Samuel needs to find a very difficult resource here, which I would be baffled if he managed to find that. Then he has then he kind of deserves to win the game if he finds it. It takes, and rook e4. Black throws in the towel because bishop takes e6 is an insane move. With the craziest tactic I've ever seen, and it wins the game. I don't think he's gonna see it. He plays knight takes h6, which is another move that is not bad, but it's not the best move. But I don't know why bishop takes e6 was that good. I couldn't even see it myself. Do you take on e4 right now, or do you play rook d1? Rook d1 is the logical human move. You do not want to trade pieces. This is a mess. This is a really mess. But he has only 6 seconds left. Bishop b2 now. Queen c5 Queen c5 was winning David Larinho, tío. But he missed it. He didn't see it. He played knight g4 instead. He said, again, the computer says it's a draw. He needs to play c5. It makes no sense. These moves, they make no sense if you ask me. Now queen h6 is happening maybe. He has only 8 seconds, so I guess he just wanted to protect the pawn. He just wanted to protect the pawn. Are there any other games I've done? No, not as far as I can tell. I mean, we have to take a look at this game. It's just too exciting. Rook takes g4. Queen h6 is the way to go here. Queen h6. He takes back, but now bishop takes f6. You had to protect that pawn, David. But we get this endgame instead, so the excitement has been lost. Kind of, because we are more or less forced to, or maybe not. He takes the rook and then he just claims that this is a draw. Queen e3, queen f4. He had a win. He had so many wins there. We have to go back and look at the game. I can't even find the other games. Nothing has happened and no results so far. I think this is going to end in a draw. David missed his chance of queen c5 there. That was a win. I might just show that in a second here. Yeah, right here. Queen c5 and f7 comes and it's over. That is the easiest way to finish off the game. And we'll get back to that later. Bishop c4. This is going to end in a draw. Maybe black could actually lose. I don't think he will, but you never know. I guess they will go back and forth. A draw is an okay result. But David, he missed his chance. But a draw is good anyway. I think, yeah, Sam Shankland wants to go for a win. Maybe queen d7. Just keep checking. Queen d2. Just keep checking the black king. And I don't think Sam can do anything. He needs to trade queens, but the second he does that, it is a dead draw. So he's going to go back to h6, or what is he going to do? Queen e7? Bishop e7, perhaps. Maybe he just wants to keep the pieces on the board because of David's low time, but no, they will take the draw. I think the draw is a fair result. It was just a mess. The draw is sealed. Let's just take a look at the crazy... Yeah, queen c5, it was a win, but there was a win earlier here with bishop takes e6. I don't even know why that wins. If I take the rook, I have queen g4. I see that, but if I take here... Why is this winning? Oh, you take here and you take the rook. And this is just too dangerous. Alright, got it. So bishop takes e6 forces knight takes h, forces rook takes h6. So you basically win an exchange. That's why it's winning. So draw against Alan and Axel right here as well. It seems like Johann Sebastian is beating Jordan with the black pieces, which means that Jordan needs... He has lost 2 games in a row and he has only 2 out of 4. He started with 2 out of 2. And now he has 2 out of 4. He is going to lose this game. There is nothing he can do about it. And so Johann Sebastian finally gets his point. Let's see what's going on in Bartel-Tari here with knight f3. It's the only game remaining, I think. Yeah. It's the only game remaining where Arjan is in a rough situation, it seems like. It's not easy to be white in this position because black has a piece up. I don't see it. Just a piece for even a pawn more. A piece and a pawn. That is the end. Jordan threw it away yet again. Yeah, poor guy. But that's what happens. It's very tricky. Alright, trying to keep up with the chat, but the chat is quiet. Bartel lost on time? What happened? Who's leading? That is Sam and Axel right now. David Lavrigno is also very close, and he's third, I think. It would be crazy if David actually, if he wins the tournament. That would be crazy. That would be insane, actually, if that happens. I'm kind of cheering for Lavrigno because he's the underdog, and it would just be so bizarre if he wins this field. Like, it would be unbelievable. I don't think it's gonna happen, but he is not out of the game at all. Like, he 2.5 out of 3, or out of 4, I guess it is now. But it's bloody good. It's quite impressive. The next round starts in 4 minutes. Ooh, only 4 minutes until the next round. Let's see which games we should focus on then. So the round 5, it will be Lavrigno and Jen against Johan Sebastian. It will be Johan Sebastian against Axel Bachmann. Jordan Van Forest against Axel Bachmann. Allan against Bartel, and Arjan against Sam. So we'll take a look at Arjan against Sam, I suppose. We will also have a look at Axel as well. It's gonna be an interesting game. So let me fix the cameras here. We'll just keep having Sam on the board right there. His face is looking extremely focused, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Alright, so let's have Arjan here. Nakamura, you'll have to wait, but maybe someday you will show up. Alright, so let me just get Arjan's name, move Axel, and then get Arjan. There we go. There we are. Right. So this is gonna be an exciting game. Of course. Alright, so it's starting in 3 minutes. So let's see. Also have to keep an eye out with Axel, so I'll be switching. Hermione is back. Welcome back. What a thrilling tournament. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that people are enjoying this tournament. I mean, I got to know this, like, hey, do you want your own tournament? And I was like, sure. And I was like, sure. And here I am. And here we are. With this tournament, so it's great stuff. Gotta wait and see. I'm really excited. It's really close, and I'm gonna get the standings here for you in a second. So let's take a look at the results, and then let's take a look at the standings. Here's so Axel and Sam are still in the lead with 3 out of 4. Allan is right behind with 2.5, so we have to take a look at him too. And who's he playing? He is playing Bartel. Important game to watch out for as well. Lavrigno is playing. I even forgot who he's playing. Oh, he's playing Johan Sebastian. Goldfish memory. How long will this stream go? It's about 1.5 hours. The real winner is the hat. Yeah, you could say that. But this is looking great, I have to say. This is looking great. Very exciting. Bartel, Arjan, and Johan Sebastian needs to get it on. But if they win, it's getting tighter and tighter. So anything can happen still. 3 more rounds to go. 3 more rounds to go. Who will prevail? Who? Brace yourselves. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. I'm just gonna check if I've gotten any important messages. So let's see. Nothing too important right now. Apart from the pairings, we're waiting with excitement. Get the videos right. What? No idea what you're talking about. Naka made an interesting comment after beating Alvarez in the finals. He said, I'm going to savor every victory because in 5 years he will be better than all of us. Right. Well, we'll have to wait and see. 121 watching now. It's pretty nice. Happy that people are tuning in to this event, craziest event we've seen in a long time. And they have started, so let's go here. Of course, Zoom once again is messing with my head here. There we go. Wonderful. Alright, so let's take a look at Sam against Arjan first of all. We will take a look at all of the games. It's going to be very exciting. And Sam is playing an interesting line. He is playing the queen b3 variation against the Grunfeld. And he puts his queen on a3. I've never seen c5 here. This is crazy. c5, is this the best way to go? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Maybe it is. Just maybe. Vielleicht or quizás or perhaps, as you say in French. I'm not sure if this is good. I'm not sure. Takes. Sam simply takes. Arjan, has he taken a look at this? I didn't know that queen a4 was the way to go here. Oh, I guess I've seen it before in bishop d7, but I always thought that you went to b3 and not a3. It's interesting for me to see how Sam plays this position, because I can learn quite a bit. Arjan is not so sure either, it seems like. So let's see how Lavrinho is doing. He's playing a weird opening against Johann Sebastian with his knight on h6 and knights on a6 and just all crazy stuff. We will see how that game will end soon enough. So Arjan is deep in a tank here, so let's take a look quickly at David Lavrinho against Johann Sebastian Christiansen. It's very intense. So knight f7, I don't even know what's going on, but knight e6. I mean, this is obviously better for white due to the more space, but you're not used to having a knight on f7 and this pawn structure, and it's just very annoying to play against. It's not so easy. The computer can say whatever he wants to. I mean, it's obvious that white is better, but I find these positions annoying to play sometimes for white. Sometimes you take there and e6 c5 comes, and it's not easy. Let's see what Johann Sebastian has in store. We do not know. You never know. It seems Arjan has made a move. Or they have made quite a few moves. Bishop c6 and bishop takes f3. Very interesting from Arjan. I think Sam is doing well. At least he is a little bit better. I think f4, bishop takes b7, perhaps. In the future, castles, rook d1. There are a lot of possibilities. Even b4, bishop b7, but bishop b2. But sometimes you gotta be careful of a5 stuff whenever you're playing b4. And the queen is a little bit exposed. It's not like clear yet. Spirit. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're talking about Alireza, but not a GF yet. Maybe Alireza thinks like Soon from Tottenham, and that he will not have a girlfriend until his career is over. I think Soon said that. He will focus 100% on his career until it's over, and then he will get wife and kids. Maybe Alireza thinks in the same terms. Who knows? Never know. But knight d5 from Arjan is a logical move. Opening up the diagonal. So in the Grunfeld, black just aims to get as much counterplay as possible and as much activity as he possibly can, although white gets sometimes the center. Not really the case right now, but usually he gets the center where black gets quite a lot of activity. So it's a dynamic opening, but very solid and played frequently by Lagrave and Nepomniachtchi, but also Swidler popularized it even more after his series beat or play the Grunfeld. Back in the good old days on Chess24. I think he will release a new version of that series on Chessable soon, if I'm not totally wrong. I think I'm right. Interesting position. I don't know who's better. White should be better, but it's not that clear with these double pawns, but rook b1 and f4, a little bit unpleasant. We have to watch out for these different games. this is a very interesting game too. So John Sebastian has traded off one of the knights, probably a pretty good idea. These knights are a force to be reckoned with when there's two of them, but when there's only one of them! Come on! Knight takes h3! Knight takes h3, dude. Knight takes h3 is the end of the game. What is going on? Knight takes h3. If you take back... Yeah, if you take the bishop, I take on f2 and I simply play like queen b6 or... No, knight g4 first and then queen b6. This is game over. Completely game over instantly. You have to... I don't know what you're gonna do here. I mean, this is game over. Knight takes h3. And the tactical genius Larinio sees it. He finds it. Oh mein God. Knight takes. Knight g4 and it's resignation pretty much. I take off my hat if he does that. Knight g4 and that's the end of the game. He needs to play knight g4 first and he does it, yeah. It's queen b6 and it's over. That's a really nice tactic by Larinio. Mind-blowing. 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 I can't believe it, honestly. Oh, this is crazy. Knight takes h3 and the game he wins with black and he's in the pretty much in the lead unless Sam or Axel is winning, and Axel is completely winning against Jordan, it seems like. And how is Sam doing? Sam is also doing well. So it seems like the three favorites are Sam, Axel, and Sam Shanklin. And the thing is, they have all played each other. Larinio's played both of them. Axel has played Sam. They have all played each other. So they are only facing the other players. So who can beat the others is the question. It's going to determine the outcome of the Sebinhoo Invitational. It's going to determine the outcome. Let me just ask what happens if we get Armageddon. Ajalen could respond to that. What happens if equal points? Armageddon, right? Anyway, we don't have to think about that right now, but there's only 2 rounds to go after this round is over. It's only 2 rounds to go. Larinio missed his chance against Sam. He missed his chance. Yeah, this is looking very rough for Arjan, unfortunately for him. Sam Shanklin will win yet again. It's gonna be great. There we go. And I've just enforced that in order to decide the winner of the tournament, they will have to play bullet. They have to play a couple of games. And if they end in a draw, we will play Armageddon. If it's 1-1. Or no, 4 bullet games is better. I'm just making up my own rules here. I kind of hope we have equal amount of points because it's just then we get a lot of games. Bullet tiebreaker is the way. It's the way to go. Because I mean I'm a bullet player, and I pretty much only play bullet online nowadays. So that's just the way to determine the winner. I mean, that's rightfully so. So you better be good at bullet if you're gonna be if you're gonna have a chance. Maybe I can force them to play like chess 960 or. I mean, hyper bullet would technically be the best, but it's a bit. I will have to wait a little bit for that. So it is normal bullet for now. Maybe 1-1 is good. I don't know. I guess 1-1 is pretty okay. One is fine by me. So that's gonna be insane if it's equal between any of the players. But what is happening here? Arian is fighting back, and it's not so clear any longer. What happened? It just seems like Arian has been fighting well, and if Shanklin does not win this, it's gonna be equal between him and David Larinho, because David Larinho is completely winning in his game. He is completely winning. He has a piece up, and he is going to win. We don't have to take a look at that. And Axel, how is Axel doing? Let us take a look. He is also winning, but it's not that easy after rook takes f2 and bishop takes e5. You gotta get rid of that knight. If you take it instantly, we have queen h4, and this is queen h6 and take the rook. So you have to take on f2. You will win a pawn, but will he do that? Will Jordan do that? We will have to wait and see. We just gotta wait and see. This is gonna be intense. This is gonna be great. Totally agree, says Eddie the Eagle. I really wish I could see David Larinho, but I cannot, so I have to take a screenshot. What I could do though is that I could put his stream on mute or whatever. That's something I could do. And then just showcase his face like that. I guess that is something I will have back in my head in case he ends up to the tie breaks. I just have to get that going. So Nitrato chess, and yeah, I'm just gonna have his stream on so I can see his face now and then too. I just feel like it's exciting. I mean, he is winning. Again, he has just won against Johann Sebastian Christensen, which means that he has 3.5. Let me see. He has 3 points, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3 out of 5. So let's take a look at Samuel's game. They are thinking now. It's not easy to win this. Obviously, White has some pressure, but it is not going to be easy to win this. I think it is it's hopeless. Some of the words I'm choosing are bizarre. My head is getting fried. But we have a very interesting tie break happening. If it will go that way, but we have 2 more rounds after this. But if it ends up being equal between Sam and Axel or Larinho, who knows? Did Sam lose on time? No way. No, he's thinking. He is thinking. It seems like the game is out, so we have to take a look at Alan Bartel and Alan Pichot. In that case, Bartel is completely winning. And that means that he is going to win, and Alan is going to lose, which means that he will fall behind. And will Axel be able to win this endgame, which is completely winning, but a little bit tricky due to the opposite color bishops? He needs to find the right move. Otherwise, this and this will come. Queen h4 is the way to go. Queen a7, probably check the black king and maybe get queen f8 and start defending a little bit. It's not easy to win this at all. I don't think it's going to be easy, and if this ends up in a draw as well, then it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be really crazy. We just have to wait and see. I'm just gonna say that let me just take a look here on chess 24. And it seems that Bartel has won against Alan. Axel Bachmann has managed to win as well. Then that means that Sam and Aryan are the ones playing. And that is going to end in a draw, I'm pretty sure. It is a dead drawn position. And you know what that means. That means that Axel is leading the event. He will be leading the event. He will be leading. It's crazy. He will be leading the event. He has defeated Jordan, and that means he is in the driving seat. Woo. So he has half a point more, and there are 2 more rounds to go. So Shanklin and Phone needs to keep up. They have to win. They cannot afford to lose. So we will have to make sure Axel is on the screen. We will remove Aryan right here. There we go, and then we will put Axel's name here. There we are. And we will also get his screen, which is this, which is oh, his screen is over here, I think. Sorry for, yeah, there he is. All right, so he is over here, all the way over here, and he is leading the tournament. That is crazy. He is leading the tournament. We will also keep Sam. Since it's not Larinio, Sam is fine. There we go. He is a little bit upset because he knows that he was winning. But it ends up in a draw. A draw is the result. And it is now Axel who takes the lead with half a point ahead of... Oh! I think I messed up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So it's just me being dumb. Here are the games. Thank you for that, Ajalen. Now I know. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Here we are. So, the next round, who is playing who? We have Aryan against David Larinio. This is gonna be intense. We have Sam against Allan, and we have Axel against Johan Sebastian Christensen. And if I remember correctly, Johan Sebastian defeated Axel in the Banter Blitz Cup in the first season. So we have to keep an eye out for that game. Axel is leading. So it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be extremely exciting. And who will prevail in the end? I kind of hope it's Larinio. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit biased in Larinio's favor. It would be just insane if he wins. But there are 2 more rounds to go. Anything can happen. But if Larinio or Sam ends up losing this game, it is pretty much over. So I've gotten the result now from Vanessa. Thank you for that, Vanessa. And then I'm gonna add that to the broadcast in just a second. There we are. Here is the result standings. We have Axel with 4 out of 5. We have Larinio and Sam with 3.5 out of 5. It's between these 3 guys. Allan lost this game, so he's kind of out of the fight with 2.5. Jordan started out well with 2 out of 2, but he has lost several games in a row now, so he has only 2 out of 5 with Mateus Bartel. Mateus has managed to win 2 games in a row right now, while the Norwegians Aryan and Johan Sebastian are having a rough tournament. But that is what happens. You either have a good day or you do not have a good day. It's one of the two. It's one of the two, really. So either it's your day or it's not. And if you have a good day and you're playing well at the same time, you usually end up winning. Those are the 2 factors. If it is a good day, although you could be playing badly, you could end up at 2nd or 3rd or 4th. But we'll have to wait and see. So it's gonna happen in 1 minute. We will focus on Johan Sebastian against Axel, but we have to pay close attention to Sam and Larinio's games too. They are going to be very, very exciting. So I think Elfo as he's known as, Laurinho, he has the most difficult game against Arjan, who is extremely solid and very difficult to defeat. So Johann Sebastian he keeps playing the modern line. Axel keeps playing this. Surprising. Seems like this is the way to go. Playing the Caro-Kann with G6. That is what's going to bring you success. Today. So a very normal opening, more or less, with Arjan and Laurinho. As far as I can see, H3 from Johann Sebastian is solid enough. Johann Sebastian could change the game here if he manages to defeat Axel, which he has done before, and if he does it again, he could be deciding who is going to win this tournament. And nothing too special between Allan and Sam. It seems like it is a lot of theory in the Italian Giuco piano, as it is called. Exciting. Vane and Krals in the chat. Thank you for the help. Thank you for that, Vanessa. I believe it's you. So thank you for that. Raid. I'm not gonna raid anyone. You can't raid on YouTube, as far as I know. So knight takes d5 or what? What are you gonna do, Johann Sebastian? You're attacking this pawn. Should you take? You can always consider taking e6 or e6 instantly. It's not impossible. Rook e1. Yeah, I think this is the best way to go. You have c4 or e6 or whatever. Bishop g5 perhaps. I don't know. Queen d2. Bishop h6. Stuff like that. A lot of options. A lot of options. Yes, it's me. Nice. That's good. Yeah, it's not Kurals. I would assume she's watching Laurinho. Or what do I know? So, thank you for that. b4? Is that the way you play this position? I don't know. I'm not sure. Oof. Bishop b2 could come though. a3. Protecting the pawn. Queen e2, e6. Possibly knight g5, knight d4. A lot of different ways to play this this position. Bishop c2. Jordan and Bartel are in a theoretical Italian. Obviously, that game will. I guess they will only play for the 4th place. I guess Jordan can technically win that, but it is getting more difficult as the rounds to go on. 2 more rounds to go. 2 more rounds to go. And if Axel loses, we're gonna be in for a crazy final to the tournament. And I really want to see the players' reaction when they realize that if they actually draw, they'll have to play bullet. They have to play 1-1. It's gonna be really hilarious. It's gonna be great. We can't. Oh shoot! Why did I forget that? Thank you. I'm glad you said that. It's only bracket. Yeah, they are playing. It's me being. I forgot about that. My brain is a bit fried. I just get all hooked up in the excitement, so sometimes I even forget to change the picture. Sebinhoo, tienes a una foto, lo sé. Ya lo cambié, tranqui. Todo bien. Alright, we'll take on d4 or what? d5 in the Sam Shankland game. What's happening here? Alan Pichot is doing very well against Sam Shankland. If he wins against Sam Shankland, if knight takes c5 is by far the best move in this position. If he does that and he gets a winning position, he's gonna change the outcome of this tournament. So knight takes c5 is the way to go here for white. Knight takes c5. Is he going to find it? It's a logical move. It is a bit complicated and not that easy, but it is a logical response. It takes with the d pawn. Not as good as knight takes a5. He kind of missed his chance, although the position is still in white's favor. Perhaps knight d4 and f4 in the future. I think that is the clear plan. And a lot of arrows here. I think that is the clear plan from now. Knight takes c5 is a bad move if knight takes on f4. f4 is the most by far the most logical move in this position, is Sam Shankland is going to be pushed back on the board with e5, queen d3, queen h7, f5, knight h5, queen g3. Checkmate, perhaps. A lot of stuff is going to happen. I think this is looking bad for Sam Shankland, who badly needs at least a draw in order to have chances of winning the entire tournament. He plays d4, he desperately searches for counterattack, but you can just take that pawn, which I think Alan will do pretty quickly. I don't see why you should not take. Knight d5 is his idea, but queen e4 and f5, dude, it's looking awfully lost for the American from California right here. Can Axel Bachmann secure a victory? How is he doing against Johann Sebastian Christensen? It is looking fairly okay for Axel, or maybe it's not too easy. It is looking completely lost after e6. Johann Sebastian has e6. Is he going to find it? e6, bishop takes g7, and knight g5. This is very, very scary for Axel if Johann Sebastian finds the killing move, e6. Will he do it? I don't know. This game is more or less over. Sam is completely busted in this position, which he for sure realizes himself. Of course, the cameras are a little bit messed up. He does not look too happy. Let's take a look at Axel too. There we go. Sam does not look too happy. How is Laurinho doing? How is Laurinho doing? It's looking like a fairly solid position where black has the upper hand. So it's looking bad for all of the leaders. Is everything going to crumble before the last game? And he did find the killing move, e6. He has found it. He has found it. Is he going to play knight g5? And there are a lot of tactics. Knight e5 is coming. Perhaps that wasn't the best move. Perhaps that was not the best move. Knight g5 was the way to go. And after queen takes d3, we simply have rook c3, and there are too many tactics here. Too many tactics to defend. Queen b2 even. But that is easy for me to say. I still think white is doing well. It is a complicated position. It is a complicated position. Is he going to play queen d4 and go back and forth? I think that would be a good idea, Axel. Because if you draw this game, you will have an upper hand and great chances of succeeding and winning the tournament. So what is happening in Sam? Nothing new. f5 is going to come. It is completely over for Sam, which means that this could change a lot. It really could. How is Laurinho doing? Black is better in this game. Laurinho missed his chance against Sam. That could potentially be decisive. It really could. Arjan has a very nice position here. I think this is horrible for white. He's a pawn down and plays knight d2, but knight a4 and knight c3. Oh. What do you do against knight a4? It's horrible, isn't it? Knight a4, queen here. Rook b2, queen c4. Knight b6, queen g4. I don't know. I don't like it. Knight c4 is probably good. That's probably even better. Knight c4. Oh, what a... Maybe you could just take that, actually. Knight takes, because this pin here is very difficult to deal with. I don't know. Arjan is thinking, and he has a lot of time, so he probably should think. So now, let's see what's happening here. Knight takes d6, rook g8. Jordan is going to defeat Bartel as well. Johann Sebastian is kind of ruined this position here. He had his chance. Things are now pretty equal. This is more likely to end in a draw. And what happens then? Who knows? Who knows? Crazy things happening. I guess we have to keep an eye out on the on the Laurinho game. Jeez. I have to keep an eye out on the Laurinho game. What's happening? Arjan is thinking for a really long time. I guess he is wondering whether or not knight c4 or knight a4 is the best. So knight c4 forces queen takes, knight takes c4, I mean. Knight a4 is the safer move. I would say that after knight a4 you should play queen z2. Like, I wouldn't play knight b3 and then sacrifice the exchange. Then I think it's going to be very bad. But maybe not. I don't know. What's going to happen? Queen c2, or what are you going to go for? Laurinho, what are you going to go for here? Ooh. Sam is... he's fighting, though. It's not completely over, but... the computer says it is. And in reality, I mean, it is dead lost after, like, knight takes g7, f6, for example. There's so many things happening. It just can't end well for Sam. And if he does it, he saved himself. So now John Sebastian needs to make sure that he takes the rook. Otherwise, he will be lost after rook takes c4 and f6. So he takes and plays king h2. I think this is likely to end in a draw, but he has the queen and knight, which is a great combination. John Sebastian is going to push for a victory. And who knows, maybe he will succeed. If he does succeed, it's anybody's game. Knight takes g7 from Alan Pichot here. Beautifully played, and I think it's the nail in the coffin after queen e3. Queen h4, any move really. Attacking the pawn on h6. It is the nail in the coffin for Sam here, who throws in the towel. And he spoiled the previous game as well, so he certainly cannot be too happy right now. And Axel is just doing very, very well. So Johann Sebastian is thinking, how can you improve your position? Maybe something like g4, but the king just becomes too exposed, and at some point there will be a perpetual or something is gonna happen. And yeah, I realize that I have to be back in just a second. Just give me 1 second. Because I need to grab my phone. And I need to grab my charger. And I need to charge my phone. Ah, yeah. There we go. There we are. Charge my phone. And what is going on? I don't know. No clue at all. But probably a draw. Probably. What is happening in this game? Has Sam managed to turn things around? He has not. The game is over. He has resigned. Beautiful by Sam. Laurinho has sacrificed in great style. Can he be able to save this? Is he going to be able to save this? Or is he going to lose like Sam did? What is going to happen? What is going to happen? I don't know. It really seems like Axel is well on his way to taking a victory. But, oh! Seems like Johann Sebastian has played a little bit too hard for a victory, but g5 was not the best move. King h3 now is the right way to go. King g3, then the endgame is dead lost after e5. So you are forced to play king h3. What is happening? King h3 is the only move. Why doesn't he play it? The only move that does not lose. If you take the pawn, the queen h2 is completely over. It's mate, isn't it? At least very close. It's very, very close. So he's forced to play there. Queen e6. Queen e6. He plays that as well. And now it is a little bit scary. Axel needs to play bishop e8. Otherwise, he's going to be in for a rough time here. 96. This is a very complicated game. What is going to happen with 1 minute left on the clock? Is Axel going to be able to find the right continuation? Is he or is he not? We just got to wait and see. We got to wait and see. It's going to be intense. It really is going to be intense. And it's going to be crazy. He plays g5. He did not find queen takes c6. Jesus, that was a beautiful move. Queen takes c6. That was a really, really beautiful move. But after bishop d7, I have no idea what's happening. It's anybody's game. Anything can happen. Johann Sebastian just missed out on a beautiful win here with queen takes c6, which is a win for the books due to the endgame being lost after a5, a6, a7. That was a beautiful, beautiful continuation. Beautiful. I have to praise the computer for that one. Not gonna lie. Alright, so I just gotta do that. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And that should be it. And what is happening? What is happening? What happened? What happened? What happened to the game? Why? G5? What did Axel do? Did he lose on time? Larinho, he lost as well. Everybody is losing. What is going on? Johann Sebastian, can he take Axel down? But where is the game? What happened? Or has Axel already secured his victory? What is going on? Johann Sebastian has a completely winning position, which means that Axel as well, everybody loses. So the standings, they remain the same, apart from the fact that that Alan Pichot has been able to catch up. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. It's the Sebinhoo Invitational. It is a tournament where you have excitement to the very last round. Things are happening at a rapid speed, and Johann Sebastian has defeated Axel Bachmann, which means that it's anybody's game. He could have decided it already, but he didn't. He did not decide it, which means that we are now close to getting a bullet match. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be really, really exciting. What is going to happen? Who knows? Apart from the fact that my phone is completely frozen. But Vanessa, she is probably gonna help me out soon. Alright. Alright, there we go. There we are. Gonna be snapping on stream, isn't that the way to go? In the Sebinhoo Invitational. That is the way we do it. We snap on Sebinhoo Invitational. That is just the way it's gotta be. That is the way it is. That is some hidden advertisement for Snap right there. Gotta take a selfie and show it to everybody. The stream, the Sebinhoo Invitational, the one thing and only, the one and only Sebinhoo Invitational is happening. Needs to be followed all over the world by the chess world. And boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Alright. So the next round is gonna start any second here. Hola, Seba. Hola. So passionate, of course. We have to be passionate. It's the Sebinhoo Invitational. It is the craziest tournament I've ever seen. Ever. So Vanessa, ¿dónde está? Sebinhoo. ¿Tienes aún la foto, Sebinhoo? Okay, who should we look out for in next one? What is the last round's pairings? It's Axel Bachmann against David Larinho Nieto. This is gonna decide the entire outcome. Holy cripe. This is the game we have to watch out for. So we're just gonna keep Axel and Sam, because it's David Larinho against Bachmann, which will decide the entire outcome. Alan also now has a chance of winning, I think, because he won his game against Axel, which really is gonna change things. So Axel is right there. He has taken a break. He's walking around. He's frustrated because he knows what he has done. He has missed a chance to be the winner of Sebinhoo Invitational, dude. That is the best title you could ever get. That is the best. I mean, if you win that, I mean, you might as well retire. I mean, then you've won everything you need to win. The Sebinhoo Invitational is what you have to win in order to succeed as a chess player. And who is going to be the winner? We need to have the second season. The second season is going to come in not that long. I can assure you that. The second season of Sebinhoo Invitational is going to happen. I can assure you that. The second edition. And it's going to be wild. Wild, I say. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the pairings. Gracias, Vanessa. Everybody knows it. Thank you for that. And it's Axel with 4 out of 6 against Alan Pichot, David Larinho, and Sam Shanklin. So technically, Bartel could actually win too. If Bartel wins, and the rest of the games end in a draw, and Axel... No, because then Larinho or whatever. Yeah. It's me being dumb again. It's the hat sometimes. But it doesn't matter. It's David Larinho, and they have not started. They're gonna start. When are they gonna start? They are gonna start in 5 minutos. 5 minutos. Empezamos. Bueno, así que. Okay. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great stuff. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. Are we going to be seeing Bullet? It's Sam against Jordan. I think Sam has excellent winning chances. Arjan against Alan as well. It's gonna be great. And Bartel against John Sebastian. We'll see what happens. We really will. We really will be seeing what happens. It's gonna be very exciting. What is gonna happen? Stay tuned. It's gonna happen now in 5 minutes. I gotta go very quickly, but stay tuned because I will be right back. And we're back. And you know what they say. You know what they say. Para bailar la bamba necesitas un poco de gracia, and that is what Larinho does if he is going to dance la bamba against Bachmann. It's the kiss of death. Okay, it's not, but it's going to determine the destiny, the fate of this tournament. And what is gonna happen? What is going to happen? Eddie, maybe you can create a poll. What is gonna happen? Like spådom, as you say in Norwegian, with Larinho or Bachmann. Maybe you can create that, and people can bet with channel points. Are there any prize money? There is, of course. There is. Of course there is, and there will be a second season, and I'm gonna say that. We need a second season. I guess you can have a Larinho and Axel, and then you can have a draw, right? So I guess. Or no, maybe you can have who will be the winner, and then you will have Larinho, Bachmann. Can you have more than 2 outcomes? But anyway, they are gonna start. They are gonna start. At least say the outcome of. Yeah, let's just who will win the tournament. Who will win the tournament? You can have that, and then you can add the four players that are doing well. I think it's Alan, Bachmann, Larinho, and Shanklin. But anyway, it is a Caro-Kann from Larinho against the Caro-Kann player Alex Bachmann. So this is crazy. What is gonna happen? Nice look, Seb. Thank you so much. Still way over my head to learn a bunch. What are the prices of Inyo? I think it's at least several hundred euros for the first. Almost like 600 or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not the one that deals with that. That is my employees. My faithful helpers are helping. Oh, never mind. Only 2 outcomes. Well, then just go for Bachmann or Larinho. Alright, so H4, H5. I'm gonna bet with a lot of challenging points, I think. Knight H6 from Larinho here. Knight H6 from Larinho on Bachmann. He is deep in attack. This is kind of an encounter they're used to. They have played against each other numerous times before. Larinho is looking awfully concentrated. I'm looking at his screen. It's crazy. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So this is gonna be great. Knight H6. Axel is thinking for some reason. He's thinking for an awfully long time. Why is he doing that? Do you have time for that, Axel? Do you? I'm also patiently looking at the other games. Nothing too special in Sam and Jordan. We have to keep an eye out, but knight takes d5. Isn't that just completely really good for white? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong, dude? I don't know. I don't know if I'm wrong or right. Who will win the game? And I'm going to vote for Larinho. And I'm going to vote with all my channel points, which is 19,000 channel points. Boom. What is happening? There we go. 11,000 points. There we go. I'm gonna spend my last 7k there. Boom. So I spent all my channel points now. Can you vote? I can. Yeah, I can vote, yeah. Make sure to vote, guys. Make sure to vote. On Twitch, that is. But this is completely winning for Sam, which is good news for the American. He's just gonna hope that Jordan manages to not gain any counterplay and that Axel does not win. If Axel wins the game, he is the winner of the tournament. And this is kind of looking good for Axel already, I must say. What a crazy position. I'm not gonna say anything is gonna happen yet. It's there's a lot to go. Why not show Larinho? It's because he is streaming. I could show his face though if you really want to. I think that Sam is good enough anyway. I have his stream here, so if you really want to, then I guess I could do that. Let me see if I can get Larinho's. It's just a kind of a mess, and this is the game we will take a look at anyway, right? So let me see if I can get his face on here then. If I go to let's see. Then we have his entire stream we're gonna take a look at here, and he's just really concentrated. The man himself. There's a Twitch chat and everything. A lot of stuff going on. So we're gonna get that, and we're gonna get him. There we go. Because we badly want to see Laurinho on the screen. You have your wish. He is here. In beautiful. He even has Christmas decorations on his stream. Isn't that incredible? Incredible, I say. Thanks. You're very welcome, dude. I think we need to see his reaction. We haven't seen him yet, so this is how he looks like. Maybe I should make the picture a little tiny bit smaller, but no, this is probably good. There we go. There we go. And also a little bit. There we go. Very good. Now we return, and this is just a crazy position where anything can happen. Laurinho is leading on time, which is good. This is really good. This is deciding the winner. The fate of this tournament. If Laurinho wins, it's going to be a bullet match between him and Sam Shanklin. It's kind of wild, because Sam is completely winning, so he has already won. And the lights are out once again. Madness. There we go. Bishop takes c6. Is he gonna take with the b pawn? I would definitely take with the b pawn. Queen d4, bishop d7. It's looking pretty good for black. Yeah, it would definitely be black. Bleed takes c6 is a good move. This is winning. What's happening with Alan Pichot? We have to take a look at that too. It's kind of an important game. Ariane has caught up. He definitely has. But a lot of things can happen still. It's not over. It's not over until it's over. So f4 is the logical move. Protecting the pawn. Is f6 possible? Castles, perhaps? Very complicated. Bishop a6 is in the air. A lot of different ways to play here for black. The knight on g4 is extremely strong, though. Beautiful outpost on g4, but perhaps you can argue that he doesn't do that much, although it is looking good. Sebinhoo lights. They go off every 2 hours. Give your prediction, guys. Send those channel. Hell yes. I don't even know how the prediction went. Maybe I'll lose all my points. Some days are just not your days, Jordan. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Jordan, he lost it completely. He is unfortunately lost. He started off really well, but unfortunately, he didn't manage to keep up. And after he lost to Laurinho, I think he just completely lost it. But that's just what happens. You either have a good day or you have a bad day. That's the way Blitz is for these people. Like, if you're at 2600 and you have a bad day, you're gonna be trashed. Because the other 2600s will play much better. If you have a bad day. And if you have a good day, the opposite thing happens. You play well and things go well. And it's honestly very difficult to determine whether or not you have a bad day or not. Just sometimes you get tilted and you just... But Laurinho is playing very well here. I like his position. So will there be tie breaks? Will there be f6? Soon, I guess? You want to do this. You want to play f6 at some point and open things up here. Rook b4 is a good move too, I think. But f6 was a little bit better, apparently. Bishop a6 too. I like black's position. He's the one that has the initiative and attack. He's down on the clock because he's very concentrated. He knows what's at stake. And if he wins this game, he is going to play bullet. And he don't know it yet, but he will know it. 2 out of 7 would be a very good day at the office for me. Right. Alright, alright. Nothing new yet. So are you going to play rook c4 or are you going to play... Where are you going to go? Where's my computer stop? Rook b7? Yeah, it has stopped. My program. What happened? You can't fail me right now. This is the last round. My program. El programo. What is happening? What is going on? The stream is live. But the board is not live. Yikes. Come on! No! No, 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 no. It is gone. The program. I think I have to go to chess 24 or something. We can't let me just we can't lose this excitement. This is insane. We have to be able to show this somehow. Maybe I can just close the program and then reload it. Yeah. I'm just gonna reload the program. Stay tuned, guys. It's happening. It's gonna happen. And where are the camera? I don't know. I have no clue. I think some people have left Zoom. Nitrato chess as well. What has happened to his stream? No, his stream is still on. Okay, great. Zoom is still on, I think. But there are 2 people who have left. And who's that? No, there's one person that has left. And who's that? I can't even tell. I can't even Bartel. I guess it's Bartel. Alright, so we have to get the program. Here we are, round 7. Auto update, Larino, computer. And this is it, I think. We're just gonna reload the window here. Numero 11. There we go. That should be correct, isn't it? It is correct. We notice this should be very correct, and then I have to get the other capture as well. And boom, boom, boom. Streamlabs, live chess viewer. There we go. Things are happening, guys. Things are happening. We have to auto-update, analyze game, and we have to... What is going on, Larino? He's leading. He is leading, dude. Takes. -1 against Tom. Yeah, no, I know. 93. But Larino, ¿qué pasó? Caballo de 3, tío. A4, and it's looking good for Axel Bachmann, who could take it. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's a very complicated game, and Larino's only 6 seconds. Maybe he's gonna jump with his knight. King H7 was a very bad move. It was a very bad move. A very bad move. Why am I making these arrows? Knight there was a good one. Knight F2. Alright, Rook F2. So Christiansen has officially... He's winning, right? I don't even know. I don't know what's happening. But it doesn't technically matter too much. What is... Allan Pichot has defeated Arjan, which means that Allan as well is up and running there. So Larino, he had his chance at Rook B7 and didn't find it. And now Axel Bachmann is doing well. He could potentially decide everything here in this game. He could decide everything. He's leading with half a point. Half a point. It isn't going to be enough to win. Queen F8 is the only move. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? I don't even know what's happening. Here, E3, Rook B4, Rook E4 ideas. It's not that easy, dude. It's not that easy. And Axel Bachmann is getting low on time. And must be awfully stressed. And both of them are very, very concentrated. He plays C5, David Larino. Rook C7 now is the best move, but this is not obvious at all. C4 is also very dangerous. What is going to happen? With only 9 seconds left to go, he plays King E3, and now C4 is coming from David Larino. Takes. Come el peón. Torre C6, pero pucha. But no, he missed. He missed Bishop H6. Here. And now it's looking very, very bad for Axel Bachmann, who's probably going to lose against David Larino, which means that it's going to be a tiebreak, at least between Allan Pichot, David Larino, and Sam Shankler probably as well. Crazy stuff. Rook takes C5. Rook takes C2 perhaps. King G3. What is going on? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Rook here. Rook C2 perhaps. Attacking this pawn. Here. Rook C7 is even possible because you have Queen A8 and all of a sudden you cannot defend G2. That is how crazy this position is. But Rook C3 should be good enough. Rook C7 is just a crazy move. David Larino, what are you doing? You have no time. Rook C2, now it is a draw. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? It's a draw. Es un puto tablas. That means that it's going to be bullet between 3 players? How do we do this? Ajelen. I have to ask Ajelen. David Larino, he missed it. He missed rook c7 and queen a8. Alright, just gonna tell Larino that I'm proud of him. And now, what is happening? It's gonna be Armageddon, right? Bullet between Axel and Allan or Sam? How do we do this? I don't even know. Crazy game. Sam Shanklin is not... Oh, he is winning. He is completely winning. How do we do it? I guess... I have no clue. I can even hear, like, sounds, so I have to pay attention to what they're saying. Pero no jugamos Armagedón o algo así. Yeah, honestly, I thought that we could play like tiebreaks. Yeah, you want to play? We want to play tiebreaks, right? Yeah. 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 It's the Sebinhoo Invitational. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking end it at like tie breaks. Like, like I'm not gonna end it like no tie breaks. That's lame. That's true, yeah. It's a bit of a pickle, but I think you could like have the first player play the first place, technically play the one that wins on the second and third, right? That's possible. Yeah, round robin too. Yeah, that could also work. What is the time control? Maybe something like really short. Yeah. Okay, great stuff. Pero fue una locura, especialmente tu partida, Axel, fue increíble. Sí. Es que, pero el FOD tenía como torre C7 y dame A8, fue una... Sí, pero tú también.
La verdad, la
pero bueno, bien hecho.
Sí, estuvo emocionante. Yo creo que emoción nos faltó por lo menos.
Sí, exacto. Y eso es lo más importante, pero claro, es el
Sebinhoo lo más importante.
Invitational.
Aquí... a ver, entonces...
Pero, Divi, una pregunta, ¿cómo hacemos? ¿Es ida y vuelta, una partida?
Alright, so what we are going to do is that we're going to have a round robin to decide the outcome. I think that is the best way to do it. And it's gonna be like a blitz. So we're gonna go for that, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's the way. I think it's 3+0 or something like that. Double round robin. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be very, very exciting. So we'll see what happens. The others have. Well done to David Larinho, especially. Really, he everything was very, very impressive. He was really impressive. It seems like Bartel also caught up there in the end. Crazy. It's really, really exciting, and the excitement will continue because we will indeed have a round robin of tie breaks. So that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Gonna get Sam here. I'm sure he just wants to relax a bit. So there we go. So all of the other, might as well remove all of the windows to Alan, and we haven't. I don't think we have even seen Alan's face so far, which we obviously should have done. But let me see if I can get him here somewhere as well. Should be possible to get him on the screen too. Let's see. Yeah, this is his chair, I think. So that's Sam, and this is Alan. And it's a draw. That means that Axel will win because he made it. So no, I don't get my points refunded. Axel made it to the final, so he, the one that voted for him, will win the points. So I'm gonna lose like all my points, I think. But it doesn't matter how many points I have on just 24. I mean, it's my own channel anyway. So yeah, that is Axel, and I'm gonna have Alan here as well. There we go. So we're just gonna remove him, and it's Axel and then Sam again on the screen. No one did that. Are you serious? All right, I guess you can say Larinha won then, since nobody did it. This is great, nerve-wracking. It absolutely is. Yeah, I'm very happy about the tournament. Oh man, that would have been that would have been crazy. It really would, but. If the round robin ends like equal, then we are gonna let Bullet decide the outcome. And they are talking a lot now. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but it's not that important. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to interview the one. And I think it's, you know, I don't like stupid tie breaks to decide. Like, I want, like, it's better to have, like, a clear winner. Alright, so we, where is Vanessa? There we go. Thank you, Vanessa, for the standings. I'm gonna show you guys the standings in a second here. Let me just add a photo. They're discussing the games in the background, I can hear. Alright, so Alan again. Alan with 4.5. Matthias as well. Tie breaks for 4th. I'm not sure if I could. Yeah, oh, that sucks. But I don't think I could do that, unfortunately. But Sam, Axel, and Alan with 4.5. Alan had like a huge run there at the end. He beat both Sam and Axel, which pretty much decided the entire tournament. Kind of crazy. And Larinho missed his chance against Sam. He really did. He had his chance there, but he missed it, and that's what happens. He also missed his chance against Axel, but it wouldn't have changed. It would still be a tiebreak. So it's gonna be very, very exciting. So yeah, here Larinho is done streaming. Let me also check if the games are created. Just waiting for the games to be created. I'm having a great time. Alright, I'm just gonna check. So round robin 2-3, round 2-3-1, and then 1-2, yeah. Round 7, so it's gonna be waiting for the next games to be created. I think Ollie is creating them as we speak. So that's gonna be great. That's gonna be really great, so... And the points got refunded since draw was not an option. Alright, yeah. I saw that. Fair enough. Nobody voted anyway. I have to do this when I'm playing a banter or something like that. But anyway. This is great. I really am having a great time. So it's just like, you know, a way to have fun on a Tuesday evening. So let's just enjoy, have a great time. The games are created, and according to Ajelen, let's see if I can get them on live to severe. I assume that's gonna happen. Live sources, there we go. So let's see. Let's see. Gonna stop the engine there. Gonna check in with her. Guess it will appear on LCD soon. Alright, so this is gonna be great. It's gonna be really, really great. Lag, obviously not. Yep, no lag. The games are created, and they have even started. Wow, they have started. Refresh. Where are the games? They have even started. I cannot even commentate on it. They are playing, but where? Can't see it on LCD. Do I have to go to Chess24 in order to see it, in order to record it, in order to show it to the public? It's the tie breaks. The tie breaks. And how is it going? Order doesn't matter. Shank is playing the true. The order does not matter at all. It does not matter at all. Okay. But where is it? I can't find it. Hopefully Ajalen, she has the answer. Refresh. Maybe I have to close the window. Knight d5 by Sam. That is a really good move, yeah. I'm seeing it now. It's crazy. So Chess24. Oh, I need to add it. All right, yeah, I need to add it. Okay. A play zone. What is Sam's name? Oh, now I know. Oh, I know what to do. Vanessa, I know what to do. All right. But where are the game links? Pairings updated. There they are. Okay. Here is the line and key. Now I know. I'm a moron. Should have known. Remote file URL and boom. Is it updated? Do we have it? There we have it. I think. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting spammed with the link add live PGN and then URL. Pretty sure it's this. There we go. We have the game right here. Sam Shankland against Alan Pichon. What's happening here? What is going on? B4, a really crazy move, but utilizing the fact that the queen... yeah, I take that on my coat, as they say in the region. I'm being an absolute moron, but it is okay. It is not too late. The queen needs to protect the knight, so he has to go back to c6, also possible because of the mate threat there, and he does it. He sees it. He sees it. Show board. Oh, I'm not showing the pairings. I'm showing the pairings again too. What's happening? What is happening? What is going on? And the camera is also messing with me now. The camera. Everything is going against me, but we don't care about me. That's fine. The camera, that's just the way it's gotta be. We have board, please. Yeah. Hey, Vanessa. Hello. I see you. Don't worry. Tienes la foto. Yeah, it's really funny. Yes, Moro. But come on, the camera. The camera destroys it. It doesn't matter. We have to focus on what's happening in the game. I think it's looking quite good for Alan here, who could be making this most insane comeback we have ever seen. The craziest comeback. But what is Black going to do? Oh, he's going to play Rook D8. But is that a good move? Is it? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, so not sure what's gonna happen. So knight d4 or knight takes... Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Anything could happen, but it is looking very good for Ala now, but he's getting under 1 minute. And they are getting 2 seconds per move, I think, because, you know, flagging would be a little bit... would be a shame. That would decide the outcome, but it is what it is. So knight d4 on the board. What are you gonna do, Sam? I think it is not easy. Queen e4 perhaps is one move. Queen c7. I don't know. He needs to protect the knight. He needs to find a way to protect his knight. But how is he going to do that? How? Como? I'm not sure. And I have Axel Bachmann for some reason on the screen. We have to get Alan here. And that is not Alan. Let's see. That is Alan, I think. Apparently it is not Alan. Here he is. No, that's that. It's me. Once again, the text, it's getting too much for text Seb. I gotta get Alan on the screen. There we go. We have to get his face on the screen here. This could determine the outcome of the entire tournament. So let's get that. There we go. Nakamura, that's fine. We don't have to get him. There we go. There's Alan right there. Boom. Big picture. But Tech Seb, he always finds a way in the end. But how? Things have turned. The tables have turned, and there is a blunder from Alan. After knight f3, he blunders the pawn on c3. And now things are going in Sam's favor. Things are going in Sam's favor. The camera is not going in my favor. I think I'll just deactivate it and then activate it. Doesn't take too long. Window capture device. Let's see, XSplit, and then Brio. There we go. So the camera is back. I am back. Everything is looking good. Censored to me. That's true. But what is happening? Now the tables are turned once again. It seems like Queen takes G3 wasn't the best, and this is probably a drawn game. But what is happening with the time? 8 seconds from Alan Pichot here. 8 seconds for Sam Shankland as well. They need to play very, very quickly now. Is he going to take and then play Rook C8? F3? That's not the best move, Alan. That's not the best move. Maybe now Rook D7. Bishop F6 was a bit better, but it's easy for me to say. They just have seconds making moves here. A4, they have to pre-move. They have to pre-move. 7 seconds here. Bishop F6, attacking the pawn on H4. Attacking the pawn on H4, King F1. Alan is now pushing for the victory due to the bishop here, but A5 is not the best move. Takes. Remember, Sam Shankland is up a pawn. He's up a pawn, and he might be able to squeeze out a victory. Maybe bishop e8, bishop takes f7. No, he did not go for that. Did not go for that. Now rook king e3 perhaps. No, he goes back. Is he going to take the draw? Is he going to take the draw? No, he cannot take the draw. He has to fight for a win. And this is looking awfully lost for Alan Pichot, but it's not over yet. a6 is possible. a6 is possible. Es posible, tío. No, he doesn't. He takes there instead. Knight c6. Knight takes a5 perhaps. Maybe even knight d4. Knight takes a5. Yeah, he takes the pawn. Sam Shankland is up 2 pawns. It is going to be able to win this endgame. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to win it at all because, you know, it is a crazy time travel where a lot of things could happen here with knight and bishop against the bishop pair. The mighty bishop pair is awfully strong, and bishop e5 followed by bishop takes d4 is a horrible blunder from Sam. And now it is probably going to end in a draw because this is a draw. All of these pawns are on the white squares, and this is probably a draw. I mean, I might be wrong, but g5 perhaps maybe in order to create a pass pawn is the only way to win. No, he doesn't do that. And now bishop e8. Bishop e8 is coming, but e5 and then perhaps e5, f5 and perhaps e5 later. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. e5 takes. But was e5 the best way to go? Was it the best way to go? Now the bishop is constantly attacking these pawns, and I don't think there is any way for Sam to proceed here. I don't think there is a way for him to proceed. He completely missed his chance, which could potentially lead to a victory for somebody else than Sam Shankland. Ooh, but now he has managed to push his pawn. He has managed to push his pawn. Is it still a draw? The computer says yes, it is still a draw. Maybe. Yeah, it very much looks like so. f4 is the only way to continue, but he will move back and forth a little bit in order to confuse Alan because he does not have too much time. Bishop e1, maybe h4 or f4. What will he do? What will he do? He plays h4. Takes with a bishop. But now the strategy is to get your bishop to e2, so you can always sacrifice your bishop for the 2 pawns. So that is a good move as well, attacking the pawn, and it's looking difficult for Sam to win this. He does look a little bit upset. He's shaking his head, and of course he's shaking his head because he missed his chance. This was the chance he had. He had turned the tables around there. He had turned the tables around, and it ends in a draw. Alan is relieved there. Alan is relieved. But that is just the way it is. That's the way it goes. I'm gonna copy the next link in a second here. We're gonna be adding that link. Add a live PGN URL. Boom. There we go. And we have Axel Bachmann against Sam. So we're gonna be removing Alan now. Just a second, Alan. We will remove you, and then we will add Axel here. Axel Bachmann, and they're probably gonna start now. E4 from Sam Shankland. E4 from Sam. Who's gonna win? Funny that Seb is a bit behind. That's not funny, bro. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing, bro. Draw because of the wrong color bishop? Yeah. But the wrong color corner, of course, makes things even harder, but it was just a draw. C4 from Sam. C5 from Axel. D5. They will once again play this out. He really is. He likes the system a lot. I don't know why he does it, but it's not so easy, of course. Sam is confident in his own variations. He had a very good position last time, I remember, in the very first round, was it, I think. Can't even recall that, but... No, they drew, I remember, yeah, now. They drew. They played exactly this, and g5 was played by Axel, and then bishop c4 would have been very good, far as I can tell. Did Sam take a look at this, or did he not? Bishop c4 was... apparently very good, but this is also good for white. h4 now. Ooh. It's already +2 for Sam. +2 for Sam. +2. Damn. It's crazy. Very, very, very exciting stuff. g4 or what? He takes. Then we'll take back with our knight probably. Knight takes. Knight e7, rook a3 perhaps, always an idea. It's looking awful for Axel right now. It's not looking too great. It's not looking too great, and the American might be able to pull it off. He might be able to do so. So I wonder what happens if Sam wins this, and then Alan wins as well. I'm not sure what happens then. Do they play bullet? Then they will play 1-1. 2 games of bullet. Alright. The queen d2. It is not looking as promising, but it's still looking quite promising. I mean, these positions are very tricky, so it's not that easy to play white, although the position, the computer says like +2. It's a lot easier when you are playing over the board. Now, knight takes f5 would have been very good, apparently, but why can't you grab that? Is there a way you cannot, is there a reason why I cannot grab that? I don't see it, to be honest. Dude, what happens if you grab it? What happens if you grab that? You have like some queen h4, but I just thought queen h4 and then bishop e3. I didn't see it. He takes it, yeah. Queen h4? The computer hates it. Why? Is it this idea probably? Ooh, that's scary. There's a poison pawn on h6. As the tables turn, for some reason Axel manages to get this line working. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, rook f7 is a very typical idea, or even rook f5, but the bishop is covering this important square, so rook f7 makes more sense, and it seems very simple. It's just gonna move his bishop and then play rook here. Oh, this is looking really dangerous. I would not like to be white here at all. Like, not at all. Rook f1, perhaps. The thing is, I want to do this, but the pawn on f4 is just going to be a tremendous weakness. You can't really do that. And if you're not going to do that, what's your next move here? All of a sudden, black has a lot of activity, does play f4. I think it's his only chance, but ugh, it's ugly. But it's not over yet. Knight g4. Yeah. Figure that's the move that makes the most amount of sense. Perhaps even rook f7 was possible due to there's a lot of tricks with rook f7, and you can actually leave the piece hanging due to the fact that you have mate threats, but it doesn't matter. They have little time, only 1 minute, and it seems like Axel is doing very well. He is doing very well. Could decide everything. It really could. It really could. This idea, very scary. But Sam has found a way to stop it. He will play rook e1, move the bishop. We'll see what happens. We'll certainly see what happens. Gonna be crazy. Rook takes e3 is another move. But knight e2, doesn't that defend everything? I don't see, that's the only move. Oh, but takes here. Oh, you have this. Well, that's kind of lucky. That's the only reason why it works. The bishop is hanging in the end. That is pretty funny. Yeah, he sees that instantly. I mean, if this ends in a draw and the next game ends in a draw, dude, we need to have another double round robin. Double round robin it is. But then we'll have 3+0 instead. We're just gonna decrease the time control. Yeah, this is a draw. But it's not over yet, but this rook is very active. Rook b3, bishop f7, bishop takes d5, and but you know, it's not going to be better for white either. Oh, no, for black I mean, because we often have rook e1, rook e7, or king f2, rook b3, f5. Yeah, it's going to end in a draw. This pawn is pretty far out, and it takes a while before black gets these pawns going. It takes like a lifetime. Rook takes f2. I mean, Axel missed his chance, but so did Sam. It's pretty interesting. Everybody's missing their chances. They must be quite tired. And Alan against Axel is going to be the decisive game. And if it ends in a draw, we have 3 draws. And that is 3 more games. So 94. It's not over yet. Like, it's kind of tricky still. Okay, nah. Now they traded off that as well. Yeah, I don't see how this could be decisive unless we see an insane blunder. And after b6, we always have a5, for example. Maybe this, but grab this pawn. This is a draw. Yeah, this is a draw. There's no way this is gonna end well. A5 perhaps. Knight takes, I don't know. It's not looking too good. A5. Rook takes C5 coming. King F4, King E5, King G7. Take the pawn, right? Yeah. It's gonna end in a draw. It will end in a draw, guys. 94 perhaps. Maybe. Just maybe. .94. We're gonna grab that. Yeah, probably. That draw, yet another draw, man. Yet another draw. If draw and the next one, another double RR with 3+0. Alright, I think my buddy's gonna call me. He has not. Alright. Good to know. And this is a draw. And there we go. It stands. There are 2 draws for Sam, which means that he cannot win. What do we do if there's another draw? That'd be insane if there's another draw, dude. Like, I would honestly lose my mind if that happened. Sam is commentating on it. I can hear it. Alright, so I'm gonna get all in here. Then I'm just gonna remove Sam for a little bit. They have to declare the winner somehow. And that means that it will be bullet or something like that. That's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm all in on the scene. We'll see what happens. We're not tired yet. That's good. That's good. I just gotta add the last round. Just gotta add the last game here. Let me add. They have added more games even. I think they have added more games. Yeah. So if it ends in a draw, there will be more to come. That's good. That's what I like to see. All right, so I'm gonna add the file, add the URL here. There we go, and they are playing more chess, guys, more chess. It is not over yet. It is not over yet. Sam is watching. I have to take a look at what the next games are. I just have to take a look. Add live PGN URL. There we go. What is the next one? Oh, that is what is this? That is a game they've already played. Oh, that is their first game. It's just that for some reason the links are copied there. That's the same ones. Never mind. All right, we'll see what happens. Is it gonna end in a draw? Is it gonna be another draw? I'm just messing around with the chat here with Agilend. Alright, so bishop c6. It's looking good for Axel, I think. So we'll see if he's gonna win, or if it's gonna be yet another draw. We want more games. Bullet next. 1 + 1. Be ready. There we go. I'm having too much fun. That's the way it is. I don't think it's gonna end in a draw though. It's looking very dangerous for Alan here. I would not like to be black. I would not like to be black here. It's ooh. C3, D4, D5, E5, whatever could happen. We want to lower the time control. We want to lower the time control here. So let's see what's gonna happen. Everybody want more games. We're not tired yet. We're not tired. We're not tired. Zoras. Yeah. Such a good good emote. Such a good emote, alright. 95. What even is going on? I do not know. I do not know. C3, D4 ASAP. I have to call my friend as well. Rook F7, C3, D4 coming. No, he goes Rook A6. And now things are more equal than they were. We're getting close to the 3 draws, guys. We're getting closer to 3 draws. We're getting closer and closer and closer to 3 draws. This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. C3, D4. It's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. Let's see. Just gonna take a look. There we go. But Alan, he's deep in a tank. He really is deep in a tank. He doesn't know what to do. And understandably enough, it is a very complicated position. And are we gonna get a victory or not? That is the $1 million question. He has the chance. What is gonna happen? What is gonna happen? Rook A1. No, I plays E6. Knight takes F6 or D4. You can play both. Both of those moves. Knight takes F6 is very logical. I mean, you have to move the knight, so unless you're gonna play D4 and D4 next or what? This is not easy, man. It's getting closer to that draw. We're getting closer and closer to 3 draws, and you know what that means. Bullet 1 + 1, guys. That is the way to decide it. Bullet chess 1-1. No flagging, but still very awfully fast chess with a lot of chaos, and that's what we want. That's what we like. That's what we enjoy. So in a way, it would be really funny if this ended in a draw. So Alan is still massively under pressure here. Is he going to save yet another bad position? This position is not as bad as the position against Sam, but it's still pretty bad. And is he going to save it? Who knows? C takes D4. No, he plays Knight C4, Queen F2. Oh, that was not the best move, Axel. You played that awfully quickly, but you are. You have more time than Alan here. You have more time. Rook F8, perhaps. No, it goes for that, yeah. Now, Rook takes F4 is the only move, but it's a very good one with a lot of tricks and Knight E3 coming and everything. But he takes there. He takes there. What is going on? What, he has to take on D4 now. He has to take on D4, which means that he will be a piece down. That's his only move. If he doesn't do that, he's dead lost because of Knight takes C6 traps. So he has to play Knight takes D4 in order to pin the queen, but he does not. He does not find it. He doesn't find it. D takes C5, Knight takes C5, and then simply Queen takes C5, and that is dead lost, isn't it? Does not look very good, that's for sure. Knight takes C6, Knight takes C6, you have to take the bishop, and then it's simply over, just a piece down. Axel Bachmann is going to win the event. Interview with Axel. I have to do it in English, I think. Rook A7 is horribly lost, I think. Yeah, Rook A7 is GG. And that is the end of the game. So Sam will get second, Axel will win. I can't say that it's over yet, but the game is dead lost because of knight takes e6, and that's it. Yeah. Rook takes f7 and knight takes c5. That is 2 pieces down, and he won, and the game is over. We have to say congrats to Axel here, so we're gonna be putting the headphones on. There we go.
Whenever you want it, knight c7, knight e6, and resign.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Just
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
every move for like 5 moves in a row. That's okay.
All right.
¿Cómo manejas la cerrada, Axel? Ya te
Y
viste
es,
que
es el arma que funciona en los blitz. Después en pensar no estoy tan seguro, pero en blitz es muy práctica.
El arma secreta.
Sí, porque también con Van Forest jugaste también una cerrada así.
Claro, es muy fácil equivocarse, ¿verdad? En esas posiciones me parecen tranquilas. Por ejemplo, en esta posición, Alan, yo creo que nunca se
He's
sintió
saying that it's
cómodo,
very
¿no?
easy to
Como que el H5
to
ahí
make
le
a
dejó el
mistake
agujero en
when
el
it's
6
like
y capaz que
a close
con
position
mucho
and
tiempo
those
puede
positions are
solucionar, pero
complicated.
con poco tiempo es el blanco el que tiene siempre ese grado de presión.
Bueno, pues oye, muchísimas gracias a los tres por el espectáculo.
Y ves, Sebinhoo quiere hacer una entrevista en inglés también.
Dale,
So if you
Sevilla.
want, you can stay for an interview in English with Sebinhoo that is hosting the English show. For all of you, like, it would be nice.
All right.
All right, so congratulations, Axel, and well done to all of you. Honestly, it's pretty exciting
Thank
stuff.
you, Sebinhoo.
Oh, you're welcome. How did you like the format?
Oh, it was, I guess we had plenty of emotions. It was great. I guess whenever you win, it's always good, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But I really liked it, you know? I guess it's not so short, you know? You don't get to time scrambles too fast. So I would say that's actually good for me. And plus the increment of, and we were talking with Davis in Spanish as well, that the increment of 3 seconds makes a whole difference, you know, if you compare, because you can, I guess you can accumulate some seconds and then you can invest some time in the key moves. You know?
Yeah, I guess that's why we also chose the format. It's not as short as 3+2, so you have to play well. And if you have a good day, then I guess you will be doing well. And if you have a bad day, then you just don't stand a chance. I guess that's the way it is.
I guess it's a mix of chess. I get you get better quality, I would say, if you compare to 3+2. But you also get the time scrambles that people like to watch, right? They're full of blunders and full of emotion. So
Right.
I would say it's a great time.
Oh, that's great. It just surprises me a bit that you say that, because I've seen that you play a lot of 15 seconds on leeches.
That's I would say it's slightly better than 5+3, but still, you know, it's all right.
But well done to all of you. I mean, all of you missed a lot of chances, especially Sam.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, the one game that really stands out to me was the one with Axel, not the playoff one, but the one in the round robin where I thought I really should have won this game. But at the same time, I think he maybe could have mated me in the Armageddon, so it's fine. I didn't mind the loss to Alan so much. You know, you play like a monkey, you deserve to lose. But but yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I had some chances. This game with Davis, this game with Alfo. I mean, I think we both will have missed like 10 winning moves at some point.
Yeah, that was crazy. But he missed queen c5 there.
It was an interesting tournament for sure. I mean, obviously I would have liked to have won it, but Axel just played a bit better at the end, and I'm certainly not dissatisfied with the quality of my play.
Yeah, you certainly played very well. I guess also you missed your chance against Aryan. You had a good position there too.
Yeah, that one was tough as well. I mean, he defended really well, I think. I mean, somehow, like, this whole thing he did, just throwing c5 at me, like, this is not supposed to work. Like, I prepared this in the Trustable course, and I specifically said, you go queen a3 so they can't play c5. And he's like, oh yeah, c5. And so, I don't know, maybe I should take with the queen. I think I was doing very well, but I somehow he was very resourceful.
Yeah. I mean, all of you played very well. I mean, you had a good day, all of you. And it was just luck that decided the outcome in the end, or just like...
Yeah, but it's tough. Like, this game I played with Jordan, like, you get this exchange up endgame. In classical, I don't know. You take, even in rapid, just take 5 minutes, come up with the plan, and win. But like when you have no time and he just sits f7, g6, h5, plop the bishop on d6, and you're struggling to break through, and you're frustrated because you know you're winning, and it's hard to actually find a way to make progress. It can get tough. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure he was saving it at the end too.
Right. Right, yeah. And besides that, I guess I just want to thank you all for participating at such a short notice. I mean, it happened like very, very quickly, but I'm happy that all of you were able to play. Really appreciate that. And there will be a second season, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a tradition that's gonna happen frequently.
Well, if I were to suggest one small change to the format, I think people who tied for first should always be invited back, and I want 10 times the prize fund.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll see what I can do. There's definitely room for improvement. So.
No, this was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad you did. It's. I mean, I like to see 2600s, not only the top guys all the time.
Oh, you're breaking my heart with that comment.
But you play in the Champions Chess Tour, Sam?
Yeah, I hope I will get to play in one of the events coming.
But I mean, the average was 2614. So
Yeah,
I didn't mean to be like a dick or anything.
That's okay.
But other than that, like, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and best of luck to all of you guys in the future events or everything. And I hope I'll see you in the second season.
Of course, Sebinhoo. Thanks
Sure,
for the invitation.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You earned it. And, well, take care.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. See you.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, thanks a lot.
Alright, so that's that tournament. I just want to thank you for watching. I know things were a bit like, it happened like very quickly, but might as well change. Whatever. This is good. But congratulations to Axel. Honestly, it was, anybody would have deserved to win the tournament, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly had a lot of fun. And I hope I'll see all of you in the second season. So until next time, take care, and I'll definitely see you around. Bye bye for now.